All right, let's check the audio. Nope, it's all off. There we go. Welcome, everybody. Let me turn on my camera. All right, so we're going to be continuing our campaign today through the Hoard of the Dragon Queen campaign. And basically, our group is right now inside of Daggerford. They had arrived, done some shopping. They also, a couple things happened on the way here. So, first of all, they met a couple in the woods that was acting strange and discovered that they had this barn in the back that had a wyvern in it. They were trying to actually trick them to get killed by the wyvern, but they, you guys easily, wiped the floor with the wyvern. Didn't kill it though. They ran out, and you made a deal with them to give you guys all their money and send them on their way. So they took their wyvern and started heading south, promising they wouldn't have anything to do with the cult again. And then you guys headed further.
Actually, quick question about that: did they bring their wyvern with them?
Yes, they did. They walked away with the wyvern.
Okay.
And then you guys met a... Yeah, was it? No. Then you guys went to a circus. And had some fun there. And then there was a fortune teller who told you guys that there was a ghost. You were going to meet a ghost or an apparition sometime in the future. On down the road, you actually did meet a man. You guys discovered he was a ghost. Bander felt he was evil, scared him away. Then you guys find out that, once you get to Daggerford, well, actually, you met another guy that you bought a trinket from, or a magical necklace. And he's actually the one that told you the legend of this ghost, and he's supposed to help travelers, etc. Then you do make your way to Daggerford. You make it to an inn. And the owner of the inn was super happy to hear the name of the ghost. You guys kind of tricked her a little bit, acting like that you did not scare him away, but that you talked to him. So you got some free drinks and food. And there was a little bit of a fight over chicken with two guys that got dragged out and banned from the city of Daggerford by the guards. Also, there was a woman right at the end of the campaign. She walked in and was talking to the tavern keep and smiled at you guys as she walked over, talking to that person. And Krabik did say he wanted to talk to her. And the only other big event was when you guys first got to Daggerford, you seen guards posting signs and realized that one of them, it was wanted signs, and one of them was for Balasar, saying he was wanted for the murder of the Daggerford twins. There's a magic spell cast on him so that he doesn't look the same.
Yes.
All right. That's where we're at. And let me share the map again in case you guys need it for Daggerford.
At some point, Nathan, it doesn't have to be now, but the necklace that I bought off the guy had different spells. Assuming I know what each spell thing could cast, could I get a list of those? And I'll just put it in the notes of the item at some point.
Absolutely. Let me find the name of that again.
The Necklace of Prayer Beads was what it was.
I actually wrote them down.
Oh. All of them? There were 10.
Yeah, because I was thinking if you didn't take it, then I would.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm gonna post it in chat for you to make.
You're already a cool wizard. I'm just a lowly arcane trickster. Oh, and I you didn't even mention in the recap, Nathan, that I got some really pimp-ass clothes.
Oh, that is true. They got destroyed though. There was not destroyed, but they're pretty dirty. They're pretty dirty. When those two men fought,
the hotel said they could clean them impeccably. We were staying in like a 5-star hotel.
It is a very nice hotel.
Same day dry cleaning service.
I just want everyone to remember that I got a shave and a haircut, a really cool hat, a nice gold threaded. I mean, I'm starting to look fly. Okay,
it's starting to look pretty good.
All you need to know.
All right, I did post that in chat for you, by the way.
When are we getting puppets?
So check this out. I've actually got a full plan for that. I'm gonna take our episodes into storyboards. But it's gonna be during the summer when I can record really well and go out and find really cool spots to record the scenes.
Ah, nice.
Sweet.
That'll be fun.
So if anybody's seen my D&D Choose Your Own Adventure, it'll be like that, except for it won't be a Choose Your Own Adventure. It'll be the story of whatever you guys did. You guys are choosing the adventure.
Awesome.
All right. Hi. Sorry, everybody.
Oh, no problem. Just in time. We just caught up with everything that happened. Balasar, you're wanted for murder of the twins. You're in the city of Daggerford.
Right.
And there was a woman walked into the tavern after the little fight, the little ruckus of the two men fighting over the chicken. And Kravik did say at the end of the session he wanted to talk to her.
Oh, shit. Sorry. Oh, never mind. Okay. Really quick. Are we live? Are we going?
Yep, we're moving. Yeah.
Okay. I had asked you really quick. I'm going to roll a persuasion check. And
that's right. That's right.
That would be for the shield +1 for the price. So it looks like I probably would have persuaded him. So you tell me what it was.
Definitely. Let me pull up that conversation because I forgot now. Let me see.
I think it was going to be 300. And then now I would hopefully persuade him to go for less.
Yeah, let's see. We'll say that. What item was this that you wanted? Was
shield +1.
Shield +1. Okay, give me 1 second. Let me pull it up.
All right. Sorry, everybody.
That's
no
I
worries.
just want to make sure I have as much that I borrow as little as I need to from everybody, and that I actually get the item. So
yeah, let's say you bargain it down to 200 gold.
Great. All right. So Ronik, I borrow 100 gold from you, and I give him 200 gold.
Okay.
You know, there's interest with that, right?
There's a lot of interest in.
I have much interest in buying.
All right, so I'm taking 100 out of mine.
You can, you can put interest if you want on it.
Oh,
I'm a good person, and so I will pay back.
Unlike Hamlin, who is not a good person.
No, agreed. Also,
by
not
the
a
way,
person.
I don't want to spend too much at the beginning of the session talking about technicalities, but I will say that description has randomized. It has like a
roll.
Like,
yeah.
Do you want me to just roll? To set the spells, or
yeah. So looks like it was designed to where you roll, and depending on what your roll is, depends on the effect. So yeah, and it can do that 9 times, I believe. If I remember, I'm going off of memory now, but I believe it can do it 9 times.
Okay. Well, it's what it is like you roll ahead of time to set the types of spells it has.
Oh, okay.
And then there's a whole bunch of other magical beads that don't, or non-magical beads that don't do anything. So you want to just roll and just keep track of what I roll and put them in there while we're playing.
I do see, yeah.
These are the beads. This necklace of prayer beads.
Yeah, let's go ahead and get your rolls out so you know what you've got in your repertoire, and you can write them down, or I can jot them down.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll jot them down in my notebook for also just to make sure we keep track of it.
You said 9 times.
Let's see. Well, what does it say? Necklace can have more than one bead. Blah blah blah. Use one. Yeah, we'll just say 9 because I'm sure that's what I said, that it had 9 beads.
Okay. Okay. Curing. That's a curing. It's got another curing. It's got a summon planar ally.
Ooh.
It's gonna take me a while.
And I put that shield for you too. It's in your inventory. You just gotta equip it. What was that one? What was the 5? Bless?
Yeah, bless. I'm going to roll 5 at a time. Or, no, sorry, 6 to
Right.
finish. Or, no. Yeah, 5.
5, yeah. All right, so a 9, that would be curing again. 13 is favor. 5 is bless. And 16 is favor, restoration again. And 7, cure. All right, there we go.
Man, that's a lot of cures.
1, 2, 3, 4 cures. 1, 2 blesses, a summon planar ally, and 2 favors. Nice.
Wait,
all right.
I have 4 cures, 1 planar, 2 bless, 2 favor, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
And a summon planar ally.
Yep.
All right, cool. All right, so Crabbit, did you want to go ahead and how do you want to approach her? What do you want to do?
So what is she doing right now?
She's talking to the tavern keep. The lady that you guys had first walked in and talked to.
Is it like, are they next to a bar? Could I like saddle up to the bar like I'm going to get a drink?
Yeah, you guys are at a table currently. They're maybe about 25 feet away at the bar, just kind of conversing. She's leaned over talking.
I'm going to go over to the bar, kind of standing close to them, like I'm going to order a drink, but also in the close enough where a conversation could start if that's, in the cards.
Okay. All right, so
does she or the barkeep look over at me?
Yeah, so the once you walk up, the tavern keep just kind of sees you walk up, makes eye contact, and then turns and starts going back to business, cleaning things and cooking and all that kind of thing. So now the lady has no one to talk to, so she kind of pivots. She's leaned over the bar there, and she just kind of swivels her body over to face you, and says, "Hello, the name's Tilly. What brings you here? I can tell you're obviously not from Daggerford."
I cast Detect Thoughts, and I say, just passing through, but we may stay depending on what kind of impression this town makes on us.
Okay. When you say that as you're detecting her thoughts, you realize that she runs another tavern, and she's thinking of a room that she has for rent there, but she's also thinking there's quite a few of you, and she's not sure she can accommodate everyone. And she's also thinking that her tavern isn't quite as nice as this place, and that there's probably no way she can get business from you.
Okay. So I say that.
So, if you're in need of a room, I run a much smaller tavern here called Dagger Thrust L's. If you do need an extra room, or if somebody wants some extra privacy or away from the group or anything like that, it is on a third story of my tavern. It's completely private, very quiet. I have to admit, it's not as nice as here. But if you have means or need some kind of private meeting or anything, I would definitely be happy to accommodate. I hear you have proven the stories that have been handed down lately of the ghost down in the Trobark Forest that you did meet him. So I would definitely cut you a great rate if you need it.
I hear you meet a lot of people.
That's. I mean, it's mostly children who say these kind of things, or there's like, the younger folk will go out to the forest and dare each other to go there. That the ghost of Durst is lurking there. But honestly, I've not heard anyone who I would consider to be reliable until you fellows said that you met him.
All right, well, that is good to know. Thank you for the info, Tilly.
My pleasure. Will you and your group be staying long, or?
Like I said, it depends on what kind of impression this town makes on us.
Oh, very nice. Any specific business or anything maybe I could help you out with?
No, our business is our own, but thank you. I'm going to head back to the group.
All right. After that conversation, she grabs a drink from the bartender, and then she strolls back outside.
All right. That's it. That's all for me.
What would you like to do next, everyone?
Are we calling it a night, y'all?
Yeah. Where am I?
Yeah, you are. Everyone is actually had gathered in the that tavern.
Okay.
And you guys had drank a little bit.
So I can't remember.
No, nobody drank that much. You just had a few drinks that was brought out. There was some wine brought out to kind of celebrate the story you guys were telling about the ghost and everything. But yeah, everybody's in that tavern. If you got the map open, where is it? You guys are up in that corner there, the marketplace on the south side.
I was actually pouring up schnapps under the table, so speak for yourself. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, so I think, what do you got? I think we need to call it a night.
Yeah, I mean, we definitely want to take a good old rest. And,
Are we heading out directly the next morning? I don't think there's anything else we're doing in town, right?
I think we had a pretty good run of the town. We could poke around and just see if. So that we one thing that I think that we should be aware of is that the caravan has the ability to call ahead. Basically, they have their sort of. There wouldn't be wanted posters with Balasar unless they were able to call ahead. And so really, no matter where we go, we're not really safe. But if we wanted to, we could poke around this town a little bit and just look for, well, I don't want to say quests because that would be metagaming, but, spend some time in town, talk to the locals, and recuperate ourselves.
Does that make more sense than try to head toward the warehouse?
It's only if we don't want to like mad dash to the finish while we're missing people.
Well, you assume that's the finish.
Well, okay. All signs point to this warehouse being a story plot, but
in the interest of staying ahead of that caravan, I would say let's head out and maybe there will be a quest on the road.
True, or another circus.
Or another circus we could go to.
What is the status of my disguise right now? Because you disguised me as a hipster, right?
As a rogue. As a rogue. As a rake. As a no good bounder.
Right. As a rake and a no good bounder with like what's the name of that haircut you said I have again or whatever?
I said you had a Van Dyke.
Van Dyke. Right, a Van Dyke mustache. So clearly. Yeah, so as long as there's no axe, like I said, no axe throwing bars, I'm good to go to sleep. But yeah. So is that gonna? I guess I asked the wizard. I say, well, if when I sleep, will I still look like this in the morn?
That's a good question, DM. I don't know how long my thing lasts, but I'll just recast it, I guess.
What was the spell you actually cast on?
Good question.
Minor illusion. Yeah, how long does minor illusion last for?
You probably got to refresh it.
Yeah. So
it won't
actually,
last a minute, so
it's super short. So
it.
Balasar, we'll assume you've been redoing it. But yeah, it's super short. It's only 1 minute. So.
Oh Jesus!
You can do all sorts of ways to like disguise yourself with a big hat or a hood or anything like that. It just someone walking past would have to have really high passive perception check and just see you.
I think that's true of of like a human, but I have like red scales and like so like
True.
there are
Also,
hats and then there are hats.
did we see if there was? Did we see if there was like a reward for your wanted sign on your wanted sign?
There was on that sign. Let me find it here. 1,000 gold.
Oh my God! There's probably going to be scoundrels abound looking for you. Yeah, we're risking something just by being in this town.
Yeah, let's get out of here.
All right, so you guys.
Yeah, I'm good to sleep and get out of here.
Can I see the world map? Is that somewhere?
Yeah,
that
I can share it. Yep, there you go.
Oh, okay.
And you guys are on the
Cool.
left side there. I've got a little marker there at Daggerford.
So another option, maybe, if this is depending on how much we want the DM to improvise, we could try to access WaterDeep from the water. Take a ferry down the river and go up the coastline.
Okay.
That keeps us off the road, keeps less people looking at us. Just throwing out ideas. I don't really care which way we go.
That sounds savvy. I'm not against this idea.
Either way, let's take a. We're sleeping, right? And then
We're sleeping.
All right.
We're talking around the bed right now.
Yeah, I've already marked everybody for a long rest. So you guys sleep comfortably through the night.
Don't forget Lenora. You forgot Lenora.
Oh, I did forget Lenora. 1 second, meet her out.
Oh, great. Okay.
Before we all go to sleep, we should definitely talk about who we all have crushes on.
Yeah.
Lenora's we're weekend at burning her.
Yeah. I'm definitely braiding someone's hair. I don't know whose.
All right. Lenora should be good. Put her on. Let me go ahead and drop her on the. She should already. Yeah, she's already on the combat tracker. Okay. All right. So you guys have a good rest. I mean, this is a really nice place. You sleep really well. Everything's very lush and comfortable bed. Nothing happens through the night. You wake up well rested and prepared to leave or whatever you decide to do.
Let's hit it.
All right, so what's the game plan? You guys want to head to the water and see if we can take a ferry up to WaterDeep?
Yeah.
Yeah, why don't we just head to the port and see if that's even an option? Like, talk to a ship guy there.
Perhaps I should wait here or disguise myself further. I cannot go to the water as a red dragon. I stand out, you see.
I mean, I can keep on disguising you.
Okay. All right.
All right, problem solved.
All right, so you guys ask around town a little bit, just looking for where the ferry is. You do find out that there's a place called the Otter's Run, which is right behind the River Shining Tavern, that is right along the river that cuts right through Daggerford. When you arrive there, it's kind of adjoined to this tavern, and there's an older gnome who's standing there behind a table. He's going through some scrolls, and you do see a couple of small ferry boats on the river.
Are there captains sitting by, or
you don't see anybody manning the ferry? Just the old gnome.
Let's.
Yeah.
Hey, small one. How much for a ferry up to WaterDeep?
Large one. I don't currently have anybody to run the ferry, but I can tell you what, I could do it myself if the price is right. Where are you trying to get to? You trying to go eastward or westward?
We're trying to go into the ocean and find a coast.
Oh dear, the ocean. Well, if you're actually trying to go into the Sea of Swords, my little ferry boats wouldn't do it. We perhaps could. We mostly do charters up to Succomber, to the east. Sometimes, if the price is really good, we might take people all the way as far as Loudwater. we could maybe we could get lucky and catch a trading vessel. I mean, Waterdeep isn't too far to the north. A lot of trading vessels come through. We could try our luck and go out and try to flag one down. But if we don't find one, you're going to waste a lot of time, and I'll still require my fee.
How far are we from Waterdeep?
Is there any settlement at the river delta? So basically, the way, if you're looking at the map, Daggerford has a river delta that goes into the Sea of Swords, and then it's like maybe, a little ways up the coastline to Waterdeep.
Yeah.
But what he's saying is his boats don't go along the coastline. He's just river boats.
Yeah.
Right. That's why I'm saying maybe we just walk.
Oh, yeah, okay, yeah, we could. There's also a walking path and a road. This was only viable if it was cheap and we wanted to stay off the road. But
well, you know what? We asked. That's how you learn.
That's all that's required of us is to try.
And now we walk, I guess.
So the older gnome sees you about to leave, and he seems to get a little antsy. How much would you charge me to travel up along the coast to Waterdeep?
I'll charge you for my presence. I don't know. I don't know the rates in this back alley town.
Well, it's quite dangerous.
I've heard of a bunch of adventurers in Waterdeep who had a boat that cost about 30 gold to go on trips with.
Oh, 30 gold. I'm sorry, I can't do that. I was thinking more in the realm of 1,000.
1,000?
I could get you there quickly, though.
We'll pay you. Wow. We'll pay you 150 gold now, 200 when we reach.
Then 900 when we get.
I'm sorry. I need all funds up front.
All right. Well, let's get out of here then.
I have a rich uncle in Waterdeep that would gladly pay you when we get there.
Why don't can we steal this ferry?
I mean, yeah, you can certainly try.
I think Daggerford has enough guards that stealing a boat will be hard.
All right, let's take the. I have a feeling that fate wants us to head up through the path to Waterdeep.
So once again, he sees you guys like you're gonna leave, and he looks antsy again. Hold on. Talk to me. I'll tell you what. We go up the coastline. Maybe I take it a little slower so I don't damage my ferry, and I give you 50% off. We do it for 500 gold.
No, absolutely not. That's too much.
No, if we're all pitching in, it's not that bad.
50 gold apiece. That's our final offer.
That adds up to
250.
250.
Yeah, 50 for the four of us, and then 50 for another 50 for Lenora. Unless my math's incorrect.
Yeah, the math is good.
250.
Plus, if you get us there safely, there might be a little something extra in it for you.
Not to mention, we're a bunch of adventurers, and you'll never be safer with us on the open seas.
I tell you what, I've got a really good deal.
We kill pirates for fun.
I've got a really good deal. How about this? You pay me $500 or 500 gold, and I won't say anything about your dragon friend here.
Oh, God damn it! I'm gonna kill you.
Oh! That sounds like a fantastic idea. I send out a message that says, "Don't piss this guy off. We'll deal with him on the open ocean."
How did he know?
Perception.
I'm gonna say that sounds like a great idea. 500 sounds lovely.
So he saw through the minor illusion?
Yeah, so I was basically just rolling because if you got to cast it every minute and you
gotta guess every minute.
Yeah. There's a chance that you would slip up long enough for him to see through or notice what was happening.
I say, I don't. This beard oil is counteracting against my skin.
All right.
Ooh,
I guess we have no choice at this point.
I'll tell you what, you're kind of making me feel bad like I'm, I don't know, blackmailing you or something. So, I'll tell you what, I'll give you another deal. You can pay me $500 and I'll take you right up to WaterDeep as careful as I can, and hopefully we don't run into any trouble. Or you can pay me, let's say 100 gold, and I just will shut my mouth and you can do whatever you want.
Let's take the boat.
Let's take the boat, punk.
Are you sure this isn't an instance where, I tell him he's going to take us up the boat, or I'm going to slit his throat?
What size crew do you have? What kind of accommodations do you have on the boat?
The accommodation is going to be pretty awful. I'll have rations, but won't need many. It shouldn't be more than a day or two if the wind is right. But it's just me. It's not gonna be a lot of room. There's 5 of you, so it's gonna be pretty crowded. The boat is meant for 4, and a couple of you are a little larger than I would say is normal.
Yeah, they are. They are giant folk. Yeah, let's do this, guys. Everyone fork up 100.
All right.
All right, I'm taking out Lenora.
I don't know if Balasar has 100.
I look to Tronic and I say, I humbly come again to request I shall pay back.
We'll all spot you, right, guys?
Yeah,
everybody drop an extra.
120.
Yeah.
Oh, no,
125.
Such camaraderie. I am not worthy of such. I'll keep it down. But thank you. Thank you. I will pay you all back. I swear. Okay.
All right. So he gets in the ferry. It's it's not very big. It's it's a little crowded. It's not too bad. You do notice that definitely the weight is a little over what it should be. You can tell that the water's only probably a foot from spilling up over the top as the waves crash into it. And he hops in the front and whips out a paddle. It does have a small sail. He uses the paddle to try to coast it down into the river. The current is flowing against him, to the west, but he does manage to get it moving. He gets the sail up, and you do begin traveling against the current to the Sea of Swords. We're just going to roll as we go to make sure nothing bad happens. You guys do make it out into the sea, and he stays very close to the coastline and begins traveling up to the north. All right, and he makes it up, and you do get to a point where there is a lot of rocky crags and things like that he does have to go out in the sea a little bit and then whips back out towards WaterDeep.
Okay, so just for question's sake, how difficult is it to, maybe pilot a boat ourselves, if it ever came to that for any reason?
Well, most of you are from WaterDeep, or at least lived there quite a while, so it would not be much of a stretch to say that between all of you, you could handle yourself in especially a small vessel like this.
Now, my guess is that we have too many lawful good people to do anything along the lines of what I'm thinking, but
What, you're just throwing it out there?
Hamlin is... we're out on the ocean, guys. The implications, I'm
gonna vote for not murdering this guy.
Not murdering him, leaving him on an island or something.
I'm not against a diplomatic removal.
Okay, we can poke each other with messages.
Are we discussing this?
I'm sending you silent messages, and I'm leaving Balasar out of the messages.
Okay, as long as I'm out of the messages, I'm Yo ho, yo ho.
Yeah, I'm sending messages to Krabik and Troenik and maybe Lenora, but Lenora, maybe not Lenora, just because she's not here. So, and I'm saying, like, this guy, there's no way that there's just stopping him that he did this for 500 gold, but it's another 1,000 if he turns us in. So he's already proven himself to be a person who, you know, wants gold. Nothing's stopping him from getting more on top of this. I think it's like self-interest that we need to make sure that he doesn't get to Waterdeep. There could be more wanted posters there. I mean, he could break after the fact, after we leave.
Yo ho, blow the man down. Da, 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 da.
This man's a liability, is basically, and we can do it nicely, but I think we have to, tie up loose ends here.
Well, where even would we put him, though?
So it looks like we're passing some sort of river delta with a whole bunch of little islands. What do those look like?
Yeah, those
99
are.
bottles of ale.
Yeah,
99 bottles
that's
of
exactly
ale.
where you guys are now.
Pass it around. 98 bottles of ale. 98 bottles.
There is some small land. I mean, really small. A couple feet wide, etc. It's mostly a lot of rocks and crags and things sticking up towards the coastline.
Do we see perhaps like any viable island? Maybe I could roll for perception to see like a, like an island we could drop this guy off on that it would take him a long time to get off of.
Yeah, roll for it. Roll me a perception. Let's see if you see anything.
I'm gonna say, sir, do you happen to have one of those looking glasses? I do so enjoy looking at the ocean.
No, not on me. I don't.
What kind of a ship captain are you?
All right, so roll perception. Let's see if you see anything. About how big are you looking for? Just
something that he could maybe forage for some food, but
okay, with a little bit of at least a coconut tree on or something, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Perception. And if I don't see that, though, I will certainly put him on a rock. Oh,
yeah,
dang.
No, you don't see anything. You just see some very, very small. It's hard to even call them islands. I mean, rocks is a better word. Just some rocks.
All right, I send a message to the three without Balasar, and say, "Look, it's now or never. We can commandeer the ship. We can go broadside up to that rock, make him." Stand out on the rock and then sail off without him, and he'll have to wait for a ship and flag it down.
I spy with my little eye. Hurrah!
I am on the fence.
He's a liability.
I see the merits in both, but I feel like in good conscience that this is a karmic situation that will come back to bite us in the ass.
Yeah.
It could also be like
find a good...
like realistically, leaving him alive on an island is also a loose end. So, and I'm not really the type to like murder in cold blood, but that would be the best way to cover our ass.
Yeah, I don't really see any way around it. We gotta just let this guy take us to Waterdeep.
All right, can anyone figure out?
There'll be more gold. Maybe you can figure out a way to distract him and steal some of it back.
No, I don't want the gold. I'm saying he's going to probably talk and.
Do you want me to do a little...
Yes, that's what I'm going to say next, is we need to think of some way to ensure that this man doesn't eventually want the reward money from the wanted posters.
Okay. I will...
Maybe we can erase his memory.
I'll do a little... Oh, you could... Do you have something like that?
You know what?
Intimidation.
Why don't I just say to the guy, it's like, so what are your plans once you get to Waterdeep? And then I detect thoughts.
Yeah, but... Yeah.
Is that what you want to do?
Honk your horn.
That's what I want to do.
Honk your horn. Yeah.
So, you ask him what he wants to do when he gets to Waterdeep, and he kind of casually looks back and smiles. Drop you off and head back to Daggerford with my family, of course. And as you read his thoughts, it actually seems pretty blank, like is legitimately all there is to it.
Mm-hmm.
He's got a family.
You know, this guy, I have no reason to suspect him. I think we just gotta let him go.
Okay. All right, maybe we can at least make it look like he can make more gold by not. Well, whatever, it doesn't matter. Okay.
I
Let's go.
think you're overthinking it. We'll take our chances. He's got a family.
Take our chances.
All right, you guys keep traveling north, and as you do, now you're getting close enough that you can see rising from the shores of a large harbor, with a mountain standing tall out of the sea of swords. You can see Waterdeep, the city of splendors, the crown of the north. You all know it really well. Its wealth, influence, and stability. It is known as the marvel of the cosmopolitan city and of great culture. As you approach the harbor, the ferry pulls up to it. A lot of very large vessels are here. He pulls up to the side where there is some steps going up onto the harbor. You recognize that this area you are currently in is the castle ward. You're on the very southern side of it. Actually, Waterdeep is gargantuan, so there's not a map built in. However, just so you guys can do what you want, I have pasted a link in Discord. It's got an interactable map. If you guys want to check it out. But you guys are in the red section there.
Okay, can you just the dock ward, the
castle ward? It's red, and it's you can actually see the docks poking out of it.
Oh wow, this place is huge.
Oh yeah, Waterdeep is gargantuan.
I see the castle ward, but I don't see docks coming out of it.
On the very south side, there's a lot of docks on the dock ward, which is gray, but he's pulled you guys right up to the castle ward on the south. You can see a pier coming out, and there's several docks there.
Is it kind of near the sea ward, like at the corner there, by the what's this? Sagwin Humboldt? Is it over there?
It should be. It should be. You've got land on the left. You see that? And then right to the right of that is the red area, because it's got like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 districts that you can click on. If you click on the red one, it should say Castle Ward.
Oh, we see the castle ward, but I'm with Riggy. I don't see.
No. Okay, so down at the bottom, click, and it will gerrymander its way. It's
Oh yeah, sorry. There's a show hide areas down the bottom left.
I see it now. It looks like it's part of the dock ward, but
I see it. Yep.
Yeah, this place is totally gerrymandered. This is political sham.
Yeah,
that's right. The politicians of Waterdeep have been picking their own voters. I'm against it.
Okay, are we inside or outside the walls?
You are. This would be inside. Yeah,
the inner walls.
Yeah,
though.
you
see.
Yeah, you're inside the inner walls.
Okay.
Yeah, you're right there. If you see, it looks like a T. On the right side of the castle ward at the southern part there. He's dropped you guys off right there at the end of that dock.
Mm-hmm. Gotcha. I'm going to give him an extra 100 gold, and I'm going to say, for your silence, and thank you for the smooth ride. He
tips his hat, even though he's not wearing one, and the ferry spins, and as you guys get off onto the dock, and he begins paddling his way back to the south. Now,
I look at Hamlin and I say in front of Balasar, I'm like, and you wanted to kill him.
What, me?
Did you have fun on the boat?
Yeah.
You guys were pretty cool the whole time.
There was you guys were all nobody was talking, so I saw there was a rock and there was a big boat and it honked its horn at me and now we're in the big city.
Delightful. Okay, well, I know what I want to do in Waterdeep.
Okay.
Well, we're right next to the Sailor's Own tavern.
Do I think I look for if there's anything by the docks that I could like use as sort of makeshift cloak, or just something to cover myself up with, or try to find a store real quick.
I
where
mean,
can
do we have
purchase a
traveling
cloak.
cloaks? Like, shouldn't we probably have
Well,
traveling cloaks?
Balasar, you do still have that robe. I mean, it's all tattered. You could certainly use that to kind of make a hood or something.
Robe, right?
Yeah. It's all tattered
It's a
because it
cultist
barely
robe?
fit you. Yeah, but there's still plenty of cloth there. You can make yourself some kind of like hood or something.
Okay.
Something
Then
to get
I
by.
will do that.
All right.
I'll make myself a hood out of the cloth.
Now,
That's okay.
yeah, that's fine. So as you're doing that, and this is a fairly, this isn't like, you can see over to the southeast, there's some way bigger vessels. That's obviously down on, what's that place called? The Dock Ward, which isn't far from. You can see that's where the majority of mercantile kind of business is happening. But even on this dock, there's quite a bit of people peddling wares here on the dock, just with a square mat on the floor, and selling things. One most of it's just junk and things like that. But you do notice that there's a human sitting there, and he's yelling out that he's selling. It catches your memory or your attention because it's so bizarre. He's yelling out that he's selling bottled memories.
Memories. That's curious.
I'm gonna ask him about this.
Okay, so you walk up to him, and a big smile creeps across his face. Yes, hello, welcome. I think I'm the only one in Waterdeep that has this special. Inside of each one of these bottles, and he holds up what appears to be an empty bottle. He says, inside of each one of these is a memory of a person. If you drink it, you'll find yourself with the strange power and memories of someone from before.
How did you acquire these memories, sir?
Oh, I have my ways. I would rather not get into it. It's a fine product, and it was acquired legally, I can say.
I mean, Balasar, you love the fair.
Yeah, Balasar, didn't you love spending money at the circus?
Oh, he's broke now. He's got no money.
Yes, much as I would love to have memories.
Well, how much does a memory cost?
Well, here's the deal. It depends on the memory. I find it best to not tell you what the memories are, but I do have them associated by price. So this one here is only 25 gold. Well, on the other hand, this one's 300 gold.
Are there any bad memories?
Oh, that's the fun. That's the fun. You don't know.
Are we looking for a particular memory that this would be of value to us? I'm curious by the oddity of it, but
no, this guy could
pragmatism behind it.
Yeah, this guy could totally be a swindler. I think we're just humoring him at this point, but
imagine the possibilities. You live your whole life just to create some memories. I'm giving you the opportunity to get a whole lifetime worth of memories immediately.
Okay, what's your third most expensive memory?
My third. Let me see. He's rummaging through the bottles. This one here is 75 gold. That sounds about right.
What's your second most expensive memory? Or least expensive.
Well, I've got the one for 25 gold, which I promise you, that one, the memory's a little weak. If this is your first time, I would recommend going at least to this 50 gold bottle.
All right, I'll spend 50 gold on a memory.
Oh my gosh.
Go ahead and deduct 50 gold. So he hands you...
I thought you were like the stingy one of the bunch, and here you are.
I'm not stingy.
He's also curious. He's very curious.
I'm curious.
Yeah, true.
Look, literally the only thing about my character is I'm to a horrible flaw, too curious to deal with.
Yeah, I think this is great.
And you also wear fancy clothes. And you don't like getting dirty.
Can I pull a? As I'm doing this transaction,
Uh-huh.
I want to buy the the 50 thing, and I want to see if I can do a little like sleight of hand to like palm another memory or
Sure.
swap it for the more expensive one.
Oh, which do you want to try to do? You try to swap it?
Do the expensive one.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I could either steal one or I could try to like swap it out. Like how a sleight of hand artist might.
Yeah, so if you want to swap the one you got, the 50 gold one, out with like the best one there for 300, then let me put it this way: the DC roll for stealing another one or swapping it would be pretty much the same because it would take the same amount of skill.
Okay. And you let me know. If it's
but one of them would have him coming like looking for us again, and one of them wouldn't, right? Like one of them, he would realize. Are there enough of them that he wouldn't notice one missing?
Yeah, and it's pretty disorganized. There's bottles and things just kind of tossed around them. So it's
nothing in there.
It's possible. Just roll me a sleight of hand. And which one are you trying to do? Grab another one?
Well,
grab the most expensive one?
Steal it if it's all the same.
Yeah. Okay, so you're trying to pay for this one while he's distracted. You're going to try to grab the one he said was the most expensive.
Yeah!
Cool. It works. While he's checking out your gold, making sure it's legit, you slip the 300 gold potion, or not potion, bottle in your pocket, and he hands you the one worth 50 gold. He seems very happy, and he grabs a potion and drinks it, and he's invisible and gone.
Whoa! Okay, that was weird.
Yeah, because he just ripped you off. Welcome to fucking WaterDeep.
I don't know.
No, guys, he didn't rip me off. I got another potion. No,
Great.
actually, I don't tell the group about the second potion, but I'm like, oh, what's the harm? It's 50 gold, and we're on vacation here.
Yeah.
Opposite.
Oh.
You're not on vacation.
You're just spending that. You're just spending that couple's money anyway. I mean.
Yeah, that's
Question for you guys. Do we have a plan for do we see any wanted posters up for Balasar so far?
Oh yeah.
Somewhat. I'm sorry.
Any wanted posters up for Balasar so far?
Not yet, but you're still on the docks.
Okay. Because I have an errand to run in WaterDeep, but I want to make sure that that Balasar
are you gonna drink that
safe.
thing? I'm curious to find out if there's any memories. Spend 50 gold.
I might drink it while I'm not like out in public. I don't like to try new drugs when I'm around strangers.
just old ones.
Yeah, I got to be in my safe space.
Makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, did you drink the first one?
No, not yet.
Okay. All right.
And no one knows I have the second one.
Why don't we go to a store? I'll use my minor illusion on Balasar until we can get him like a big cloak or something to hide him. And then I can go do my errands.
I'm hooded.
Oh, okay.
Now.
In that case,
so I think I should be okay.
I'm gonna go.
Yeah, we could stay. Like, I have to assume that the dock ward is a little probably like safer. There's probably more variety of people. Like, if we went into like the rich people neighborhood, they're gonna be like calling the cops on us just for being there. So maybe if we can, I've filtered by businesses. It's all the maroon dots on the map, and I'm looking for somebody that might be able to sell a large cloak or something.
Okay.
Is my only thing, Nathan? Is there a Temple of Torm in WaterDeep?
You gotta filter by yellow. Yeah.
Oh, okay, I'll look it up.
This is awesome.
Yeah.
How do you filter it?
Down at the bottom right, there's you click
like
the map.
I see.
Yeah,
Sorry.
Yellow is the temples. So did you say you did find somewhere that you was going to go to? Are we splitting up?
No, there's general stores. Maybe we shop for a general store, but yeah, like stick to the dock ward. I tell everyone, stick to the dock ward. We don't want to get caught in like a rich people neighborhood.
Mm-hmm. All right. Well, I'm gonna go because I got an errand to do. But I'll leave you guys my bat, and you can tell the bat if you need me to come back.
Nice. Okay.
Okay.
So,
All right.
I am-
Now,
so where are you headed, Kravik?
using my researcher trait, I am going to the place where I can get the most answers about Tiamat and the rituals that would take to bring Tiamat into this realm.
Perfect. Okay. Give me a second here.
And if you want, I can read you the whole researcher trait thing.
No, I'm pretty familiar with it.
All right, cool.
Oh, can I go to the Jewelers Guild Hall? Like, I'm very familiar with that. I used to work as a guild merchant here.
Oh, sure. Yeah. Yeah. So, you're
We're
gonna.
splitting up. I
Is
guess
everybody
that's
just
fine.
splitting up?
Well, we can't leave Balasar.
Where is he?
I'm here, but I'm looking for a Temple of Torm, so I
You
might
already
leave
have your hood?
myself. I have
Yeah,
my
he's got a
hood.
Yeah.
I
I'm
think it's
gonna. We should find out a tavern to meet at or something.
Are there any famous taverns that we would all know here, being from the area?
Yeah. Taverns. Let me see here. So I did find a library, by the way. The best one would be it's called Lockdar. It's in Westgate, so it's a bit of a travel. But it definitely has the most information.
How long is it gonna take me to get there?
Let me see where it's at exactly. Yeah. I mean, it would take you a few hours.
All right, yeah, I'm gonna do that.
All right.
But I definitely think before we leave, like, let's all at least decide on an inn or a tavern that will be our home base.
Yeah. Let me look that up.
Yeah,
So,
yeah. Let's meet at the Bowels of the Earth.
is that one?
That's just a.
So the most popular tavern, is the Yawning Portal. It's the
Oh, yeah.
largest. It's the most popular. Good accommodations. Always has rooms available because it's so large. So I mean, that's like the classic. If you guys wanted to do that, of course, there's hundreds of them. So I can keep looking if you'd rather do something a little more.
Is it a tourist trap?
Sorta. I mean, because everybody knows about the Yawning Portal.
Yeah. Let's just do it because maybe there's like one person here that's not from. Everyone can find it. If it's famous place, everyone can find it. It's kind of like, hey, meet me at Times Square.
I'm gonna ask. I'm gonna ask Kravik, like, Wizard, may I take your bat in case someone finds me? I cannot do your magic, your secret messages, your head messages.
Of course. Yes, you will take the bat. Anything that you need to say to me, you can say to him.
All right. Thank you. Oh, okay.
And Tronic, where are you going?
I'm gonna go check. Is there like I'm gonna look for some. I still want to. Oh god, I don't know what I want to do. I'm gonna go get a beer.
Okay.
I guess while these guys are all like,
At a random tavern, or do you want to go straight for the Yawning Portal? Because right off the dock was a sailor, where sailors tend to get. There's a tavern right there. If you want to go close.
That sounds good. I'll just go close.
All right, so it's called the Sailor Zone. It's right there, the red dot, right off of where you guys landed. So you're almost out of time, right? Or you are out of time. We got right.
You got me about for another 10 minutes. Yeah.
Okay. So I'm gonna play out Tronic real quick, just because his time is short. So Tronic, you walk in. There's a bunch of sailors there that are being really rambunctious as you walk in. You order a drink, and you're drinking it. And everybody seems to be leaving you alone. They're all pretty caught up in their stories about their travels across the seas and etc. And then you notice it's pretty crowded in here, but you notice someone kind of trying to work their way through the crowd. and it catches your eye. They do have. She does have a hood pulled up. However, that doesn't hide the fact of her hands and her face is clearly visible, and it's Green Imza.
Oh.
And
Okay,
she's running towards you. She's made eye contact with you. You've made eye contact, and she's rushing over to see you excitedly.
Hey, what are you doing here? Aren't you supposed to be with the caravan?
I was with the caravan, but I had to break away after everything that happened with the death of the half dragon and Langdrosa, and with my affiliation with you all, it got dangerous. So I stole a horse and had a lot of trouble, but it was dangerous, but I made it. This is where I wanted to be, is to make it to WaterDeep. But listen, forget all that. I have some information for you. This really is probably not the right place to talk. Maybe we could get a room and get somewhere private, so there's not so many people around.
Whoa.
Sure, yeah.
All right, so
I'm like fumbling, obviously, because like at the sound of get a room, I'm like a 14-year-old boy.
So she's waving, trying to get the tavern keeps attention. He finally spins. Then she looks back over at you and she says, I have also the money from the Harpers for your group, but I'm also fairly broke. Do you mind if I'd use just a few gold of it to get us a room?
Sure.
All right, so she fishes through a pouch of coins and pays 10 gold for a room, and she hands the rest of the pouch over to you. Sifting through it, it looks like roughly about 390 gold. So go ahead and add that, because you have it for now.
Nice.
And you can choose to give it to the rest of us.
Yeah, but that is, she does explain that is payment for the Harpers.
So anybody who's the Harper gets some of this?
Yeah, that's what was intended, yes.
Okay.
So you go up into
Wait,
upstairs.
sorry, what did you say? You said 390?
Yeah, 390.
Yep.
Okay.
You go up into a loft type area where it is kind of closed off, and when you get inside, she seems pretty excited to start talking to you. And she starts telling you that Leosin had sent a key and this gold for the Harpers. They've caught word that you're headed for a warehouse. And then she tells you that the Harpers do communicate by ravens. And she lets you know that be on the lookout if you do come across ravens, etc., to approach them. It's probably a message from someone in the Harper group. She also hands over this key and tells you that she's not sure what exactly it's for, but Leosin said to give it to you. There is a key for the warehouse. And she also explains to you that there was a group of people who were in the Harpers who've already actually partially investigated, and they're the ones that stole this key, but they had to leave. They had to get out of there as things were getting a little ramped up, and they didn't want to get caught. And then she begins asking you if you'd be willing to help her. She's going to her uncle's, who is a mage, way up in the northern part of WaterDeep, in the Sea Ward, and that she thinks he will be able to assist her, but she's scared to go alone because her uncle is very brass and hard to get along with, and isn't a big fan of her father. So she's not sure how this is going to go, and she's just hoping you will join her to help her and kind of protect her if needed.
How far of a journey is it? Because obviously I'd have to leave my compatriots.
We would be back if everything goes according to plan in a day, maybe two at the most.
Okay. Do we have to leave right now?
No. Soon though. I can just meet you there. we can meet actually at the Storm's Front. It's a now keep in mind we're going to the Seaward. It is a very a rich part of town, and the Storm's Front's a very very nice tavern, but it's close to my uncle's house, so it's close enough that will be a good meeting spot.
Okay. Let me think here. I think let me go and find. I think Balasar was the only one I really paid attention to where he was going, which was Temple of Torn.
Yeah,
that was his name.
Yeah.
And so maybe I'll just let him know, and then I'll meet you at where you need me to meet you. What was it? The Stormfront.
Yep.
Okay. So that's my game plan.
All right. And Balasar, you are. I'm trying to find where you.
So there is no Temple of Torm. So I'm going to the Plinth, which is a multi-god temple. Which is in the trade. It's in the trades ward. It's one of the yellows in the trades ward.
Okay,
it's like right on the A of the trades ward.
Yeah, perfect. Okay, the Plinth. Temple open to any faith and employed by worshippers of gods who lack. Okay, perfect. Okay. All right, so Tronic, you spent some time trying to figure out where he would have went, and you do realize that there is only one temple that is for any god, so you do go there, and you do find Balasar there.
Okay.
And for what it's worth, I'm going to Olmhazen's jewels in the castle ward. But we can go out of sync, because we're all splitting up, it seems.
Yeah.
So do I go? I enter the temple and do I see Balasar?
Yeah, you do. What are you doing, Balasar? Are you praying or?
I am, praying, saying to Torm, great Torm. I said, he was a ghost. What was I supposed to do, Torm? I was told a specter would be there. Now, little did I know, mouse that I am in front of you, that a ghost can just sit by a fire and help people. Oh, I still have so much to learn.
Balasar. Balasar. I'm like trying to. Is he like by a pew or something? Like where?
Yeah,
where is he?
Yeah, so this is for any god. So there's just an area in the middle. There's pews and things. There's just an area in the middle where the light kind of shines through with no statue there, just for anyone to pray.
Is there anybody else in there, or just him?
It's just him.
Okay, then I'm not whispering. Balasar.
And the wicked shall be smitten. All right. Yes. Yes. Tronic. Very fair, Tronic. Yes. How can I help you?
Sorry to interrupt whatever you got going on here.
Religion.
So I ran into Green Imza. She was or Imza. Do we call her Green Imza or do we just call her Imza?
She said that she goes by that. So.
Well, I'm not calling her Green Imza. I'm just calling her Imza. I ran into Imza.
Dude, listen to the woman.
Wait, but so she needs me to go with her to find her uncle. It's only be a day. Do you think that would be fine? Like, I don't see us leaving town for, right away. I can always meet up with you guys at the warehouse. I just feel like something in my heart is telling me I need to go with her to protect her.
Do you need aid?
No. I think I got this one. I think you should
I got
it. No, it's not like that. It's not like that. I don't know. Maybe it's like that, but I don't know if it's like that yet. But anyway, I think I should go. But she also she gave me a couple things, and then I bring out the bag of gold. She gave this for all the Harpers. Well, this is supposed to be our payment. She ran into Landrosa, and she said if we come across any ravens, we should stop because there are probably going to be messages from the Harpers. So, and I guess I give who's a Harper in our group.
I think I'm a Harper.
Yeah,
Let me double check.
Kravik, you.
Yeah, I'm a Harper.
And didn't Hamlin? No,
was Lenora.
Let me see.
I'm gonna order.
I am a harper. Krabik is a harper, and I think there was only 3.
Yeah.
Somebody decided to stay out of it.
Yeah, that was
I think it was
Fife.
Fife.
And
Fife.
Balasar and Lenora.
I'm gonna order Gauntlet.
Yeah, they joined the Order Gauntlet, yeah.
Okay, so I give 2/3, I guess. What's 2/3 of
Of 290?
Of 290.
2/3 of 290 is basically.
No, it's really easy. It's
70.
196.
It's 130.
Oh,
130.
No,
390?
390. 290.
Wait, why are you giving
Oh.
him 2/3? There's only 3 of us.
what?
So it's about 96 gold each.
No, he's
Yeah.
right. It was 390, right?
Yeah, it was
So it is-
390.
it is-
They don't
it is-
know.
Oh, it's 390. Great. Yeah.
All right. So I give him 260, and I say give this to Hamlin, and Krabik, and then I also pull out the key. I'm gonna hold on to this though. Okay, I gotta make
What is
sure
it?
that this is. She said this was will help us get into the warehouse, but like I feel like I should be there with you guys. So just in case, I'm gonna hold on to this. And I put the key
All
back
right.
in my pocket. That way I can
We'll
show
wait-
you guys.
We will wait for you then to depart for the warehouse.
Or
But
I
you
can
said-
meet you if I'm not back by the time that you need to go. I'll meet you at the what's the Times Square again?
The Yawning Portal.
I'll
The
meet you at
Yawning
the
Portal.
I'll meet you at the Yawning Portal in a day and a half. And if you don't find me, then go without me, and I'll find my way, and I'll meet you at the warehouse.
Just
All
if a
right.
Spider-Man asks you to take a picture with him, just
Me
say
too.
no.
All right, we'll meet you in a day and a half. You said Langdrosa gave this to you?
And Lendrosa, right?
Oh, no, what's his name? Shoot. Leosin.
Leosin.
Oh,
He was the
Leos.
monk that you...
Leosin. Yeah, sorry.
Ah, yes, I was a
Man,
little
those two names
confused.
those two names are way too close.
Yes, agreed. Names are. Someone could have taken some care, but I say wait, and I give him. I say, take this bat. If you need us, if you need aid, or if you need to contact us, use the bat.
Bat signal, got it.
Yes.
Okay, and with that, Chonik takes off.
All
And
right.
we'll see you in a day and a half. Farewell, my friend. Farewell, my friend. Only talking to.
Farewell. Good speed, and dude, seriously, I'm rooting for you, bro.
I shoot him the two finger pistols. Thanks, buddy. And then I'm out the door.
All right. Tronic runs up to the north through the city with the bat. So there's a way for him to contact at least directly to Krabik. All right. So let's skip over now to Krabik and Tronic. We'll get with you like on the sly on DMs about what happened, etc. Before you get
Sounds
back.
good.
But you'll be missing next week, right?
I'll be missing. Yeah, I've
Yeah.
missed the rest of the session and all next week. I'm away. So
Okay.
Enjoy, guys. I will see you soon.
See
All
ya.
right, take care, man.
See ya, man.
He just didn't want us to murder his character. That's why he's leaving.
He's also taking the key.
He's like, and then
want you guys-
Tronic picks a fight with the dragon.
All right, let's move over to Krabik real quick because you had made your way over to the library and you are looking into specifically information on
Tiamat.
Tiamat. Okay, give me a second. I'll get this pulled up for you. All right, so you find several books on Tiamat. A lot of them are really old and dusty. And here, I'll just basically tell you what you learn. Tiamat was originally a lawful evil dragon, a goddess of greed, queen of evil dragons, and a servant of the greater gods Bane and Asmodeus. She was also well, that's not important. She's also a rival to Bahamut, the ruler of the metallic dragons. There are a lot of chapters here, so you tell me what you're most interested in. Could be personality, powers, activities, anything in particular you're thinking, and I could try to find that.
I want personality. I want
Weaknesses.
potential weaknesses, vulnerabilities, and I want how do we bring her into this realm, because I want to know what I need to do to stop that from happening.
Okay. So personality, arrogant, greedy, hateful, spiteful, vain, no forgiveness, very focused on obtaining more power and wealth, hates mortals, regards mortals as disposable tools to use for her schemes. But there are stories you find certain times where she's been known to be charming, but it's all self-serving. It's a personality she's soon for sure to betray. She loves the company of other dragons, especially chromatic varieties. Loves treasure.
You say chromatic?
Yeah.
What's the difference between a chromatic dragon and a metallic dragon?
They're just colored. They're just colors, like
just
red,
colors.
blue, and green.
Oh,
Chromatic.
I thought it was like chrome, like the metal chrome.
Oh, no. She's loves treasure. Likes her followers to bring them in the form of gifts instead of searching for them for her own. Now you're looking for information on how she might be brought to.
Yeah, because we know that this cult is going to be trying to bring her into this realm, and so I want to know what their ritual is so that we can be better equipped to stop it.
Okay, so what you find is that she has a lair in Avernus currently, is what is perceived in the Nine Hells, and it's she has her own Tiamat's lair there. She doesn't. It's a situation you learn that she doesn't, as far as anybody's ever known, she's never actually come to this realm. She does send aspects of herself, which is still wildly powerful, right? To the realm, but her actually coming to the realm seems impossible. There's been times in the past where she's tried to take control of the realms. You find history of that. But she doesn't like to leave her lair, basically. So she sends out her aspects in the place of coming herself, typically. You do find that there has been many historical references to the cult of the dragon, members of her church, and you also learn that she does keep an active watch over all the evil dragon kind, and even influences many of them through pride and wickedness. And as you continue to read, you do find out actually that it may not be that she doesn't want to leave. It may be that she can't. That's a popular theory, that she's actually held captive in the Nine Hells. And her brother is Bahamut. And that's pretty much... you don't learn anything about
Bahamut is her rival also, and it's also her brother?
Yes.
Okay.
You don't learn anything about a weakness. There's just not been documented accounts of actually encountering her, right?
Yeah, and anything about what this dragon cult is going to try to do to bring her over? Or free her?
I mean, you did hear a lot about she loves treasure, right? So, and she likes it to be brought to her. These are her followers. There doesn't seem to be any historical reference saying that she sees them as her followers, but they certainly believe themselves to be. And that's the best you can kind of put together. Perhaps they're just trying to bait her aspect into existence, possibly.
So maybe they're bringing the treasure just to her. Like, instead of the other way around. Instead of bringing... I don't know.
Okay.
So there's nothing about just like in general, like. Oh, sorry, I don't mean to be.
No, that's okay.
Um,
What was I gonna say? Is there a way to contact her brother, Behemoth?
For mortals to talk to Bahamut?
Mm-hmm.
Let's see.
Consulting the librarian.
You're digging through books currently.
Is that a mechanical keyboard you have back there?
This is like, I really enjoyed playing a monk, but I really feel like this is more my style. Like,
Yeah.
I'm about this.
So immediately when you start researching Bahamut, something definitely sticks out to you because you're hanging out with Balasar. And that is that Bahamut is the dragon god of justice and subservient deity to Torm, god of law. So he's known as one of the good dragons, a metallic dragon, wisdom and light and justice.
How many heads does he have?
Bahamut only has one.
Wow.
He's a silver, metallic dragon, known as, one of the most powerful dragons. The only dragon that it would be debatable which one's more powerful, right? Bahamut or Tiamat. And their brother and sister. So you don't find anything about any way to actually contact. There's a myth. You find a book about myths, not known to be true or not, that there's a castle, fortified castle that Bahamut called home. And literally where it's at is behind the east wind. So, I mean, suppose we has a castle, and because it says behind the east wind, a lot of people assume it's talking about the elemental plane of air.
All right. Let's see here. Is there anything else I want to try to learn before I leave?
Oh, let me tell you one more thing.
All right.
Bahamut, as you're researching, when he does come to the material plane, he likes to take on the guise of an old man and travel. Sometimes it seems to be with no apparent purpose. Of course, there probably is one.
Oh my gosh, has he ever sold memories to people on a dock?
And that's about it.
Okay. All right. I think I'm good. I'm gonna head back to the inn that we all decided that we would meet up at.
All right. And Hamlin, what were you trying to do?
I'm going to a shop. Presumably, I probably know the shop, or maybe someone that works there. Or I'm not gonna write the story for you or anything. But
You've been you would know because this is WaterDeep, right?
Yeah, I'm a jeweler. I'm a jeweler from WaterDeep. So I'm gonna go to the. Ah, man, I lost it. It was on a web page, and I'm not there anymore. Oh, it's called Olmhazen's Jewels.
Gotcha. Okay.
And it's in the kind of the center of
Castle Ward.
Castle Ward on
Yeah.
the edge of the trade ward.
Okay.
And this place looks pretty cool. It's
Yeah, it's a very nice place. Silver polished stone. The building is made out of. It's got it's lined with displays showing a huge variety of non-magical gemstones, decorated with shards and sparkle everywhere. Very nice place.
Yeah. So I'm going to go there, and I'm just going to say something along the lines of, get me your appraiser. I've got an artifact for you.
All right, so a couple of gnomes come out, and they seem pretty interested in what you have. Well, what do you have? Show us.
They're like, well, I have come far and wide, and I'm doing a big sales performance, and I'm like, you guys know me. I bring in trinkets and jewels and dwarven some things all the time, but I have never in my life seen an artifact with such artistry and magical something. And I don't take it off my neck, but I kind of like lift the prayer beads up out of my shirt. I'm like, have you seen something like this before?
So one of the gnomes, really excitedly when he sees it, he leans in real close and he pulls out a little eyeglass piece and is wiggling it as he looks at it. And then he smiles very large. Indeed, I do know. Magical. That's a magical item that you have there. Worth quite a bit of gold. How did you come across this, Hamlin?
Oh, well, I'm always doing good business around the realms, and I'm going to make up a lie, and I'm going to say I was just out in the Star Mountains. There was a dig site in old dwarven ruins, and we dug it up. So it's probably antiquity as well. Of course, I cleaned it up for you, took off all the gunk already, and I was hoping there'd be a fine patina on it, but the gems are so lustrous they look brand new.
Very nice. Tell you what, I have a buyer would be certainly interested in this piece. Are you looking to make a lot of gold? Because I'll offer you, we know each other. I wouldn't try to rip you off. I'll offer you top notch. I'll offer you exactly the tip of what it's worth. 5,000 gold.
I do believe that is totally a reasonable offer. And I'm going to I'm going to definitely sell this thing.
All right. So delete it from your inventory and add 5,000 gold. So you know these guys a lot. You've done a lot of business with them over the years. They trust you 100%, and because you are. This is kind of what you do. That is exactly what it's worth.
Yeah, and I've got some chunks of platinum as well here. That resemble deer antlers.
Oh yeah, I forgot you had that. 1 second.
My God.
Wow.
I swear.
What kind of adventure have you been on, Hamlin? You've been gone for a bit, and you come back with all this?
These were from the same dig site. I must have come across a very wealthy lord that bed chambers in this dig site here.
Well, I tell you, you've really outdone yourself. Give me a second. Let me see what this is worth. And it actually is in here. Give me just a second. I'll do it right from the book. And it's a pair of them.
Yeah.
Yep. Tell you what, it's not actually platinum, but still, it is real antlers, it appears. Certainly worth a lot. Never seen anything like it. Just for its uniqueness, I'd say it would be a good seller. And then the other gnome kind of butts in. I would say that it's worth 500 gold for the set.
For the set, sir! How could you say 500 for the set?
So the first gnome is rolling his eyes. It's worth more than that. I mean, this is hard to say. I don't know. We could probably get 700 gold.
Well, only because this is my favorite jewel shop in all of Waterdeep.
All right.
I'll let it go for 700.
All right, drop 700 in. I don't know if we actually had that in your inventory or not. I think we did.
I did.
Okay. So delete that out. And I did, by the way, I forgot to tell you, but I did add those bottles of memory are in your inventory as well. I named them by their price, so there's a 50 gold and a 300 gold. All right, so make sure you add the 700. Well, are you going to just rob us blind today, or are you here to purchase something as well?
Of course, I'm going to purchase stuff. I never. I'm a trader. I would be remiss not to go. Bring some of your wares back across the Faerun.
I do have to ask you a question, Hamlin. We've known each other a long time, and you know how it is in Waterdeep. Word gets around on certain things. just has me a little bit concerned. Obviously, the goods you brought today were top-notch quality, and you know that we're experts as well, so you wouldn't try to rip us off. But I have to ask, word is going around that you are carrying a bag full of cheap trinket gems.
What? Who said such a
It wasn't from it didn't come from me. That's just the word. People said they've seen Hamlin strolling around with a bag full of cheap trinket gems, as fake as ever, and I just had to ask.
I would like to know who said such a thing, but I will swear to you on my what's a funny halfling thing to swear on? On my lunch that I would never travel with glass jewels. There's probably like a name for it.
Right. Okay, all right, no big deal. Don't get worked up, Hamlin. It was just a rumor floating around Waterdeep, and I figured I would ask.
Well, okay. I forgive you for mentioning it. And yeah, so what kind of wares do they have?
Let's see. Let's see. I'll skip the stuff that... Some stuff is literally just for decoration. Well, you might be interested. There's a gold necklace, but it's just for decoration. 250 gold. There is There's the necklace of adaptation. You can breathe normally in any environment. Saving throws against gases and vapors. So you could basically breathe even in poisonous areas. And even the breath weapons of some dragons.
Wow, what's that worth?
That's 500 gold.
Wow, that's very cool. And I can breathe underwater with it. Or just
yeah, I
with
mean
gases.
It says any environment. So yeah, you'd be able to breathe underwater or gases or any environment. Anything that would normally hurt to breathe, you would have no problem.
Okay, I definitely want to buy that. That's awesome.
Now, remember one thing though. You get an advantage on saving throws against things like cloud kill or breath weapons or something like that.
But yeah, saving throw against like an attack,
Right.
but I can just breathe in an environment.
That's right.
Okay, well I want that.
All right, drop out 500 gold.
I got a little shopping cart, so I'm just loading things in.
All right, I'm going to drop it in your inventory for you. Necklace of adaptation. It's in. I'm going to have to rename it, though.
I guess I want to ask, do they have a rogue stone? Oh, actually,
No,
rogue stones are like insanely rare. Actually,
Yeah.
I just realized there's only 60 of them in all of the. Never mind.
Yeah, they do not.
Well, I guess if you guys have, I buy just a fine gold ring to put on my finger because I'm just looking flyer and flyer every day. So, how much will that cost me?
They have a gold ring set that has encrusted with bloodstones for 250 gold.
No magic?
No magic.
Can I just buy one of these?
Buy one of what?
Buy one of the. I try to convince them to buy one of the rings.
Oh, there
from the
is.
set.
I'm sorry. There is just regular gold rings for 5 gold as well.
Well, I want one with a cool gem, like a aquamarine or something. You can just make up a price if you want.
Yeah. Let's say 75 gold.
Cool. Okay, so 575. Okay, and that's it for me. I then head to the Yawning Portal and I say, pleasure doing business with y'all. I'll be back. You know I will.
All right, drop that ring in your inventory, and they wave goodbye. Come back and see us, Hamlin, when you find more amazing, ridiculous things, please.
Mm-hmm.
And you notice as you're leaving that they're already taking those antlers and putting them up for a show on the floor there, where they've got all their display and everything.
Nice.
All right, and let's see, Balasar, what are you up to?
Yep.
Are you?
Well,
Oh well, I'm
I-
sorry. 1 second, Balasar. Hamlin, are you headed back to the Yawning Portal now?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, that is right.
All right, just want to check. All right, Balasar, what are you up to?
All right. I am just after confessing myself to Torm. I will head back to the inn.
Okay.
Try to keep a low profile.
Okay. All right. So you guys meet up at the Yawning Portal. Huge inn. It's now nighttime. WaterDeep kind of doesn't sleep. There's always things open. But you guys had kind of gotten here in the late evening, so you've done all your shopping pretty late at night. By the time you all meet up in the Yawning Portal, it's wide open. There's people laughing, drinking, eating. It's very busy. If you're interested, there is a couple of tables open, though, in the corner of the tavern.
Yeah, let's grab the most out of non-visible table.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna trip on my memory juice while we're here.
You're gonna wait till you get to the
guys.
table?
Huh?
You're gonna wait till you get to the table, or
Yeah. I'm gonna wait till we get to the table to trip.
are you gonna take it with everybody else watching, or are you trying to do it in private?
No, I'm gonna do
your
it.
group, like your people in your group.
I assume after we get some drinks and stuff, I'm gonna be like,
Okay.
yeah, I'll tell them, and I'm gonna down the 50 gold one.
Okay. All right, so you guys get a.
So we're all here at this point?
Yeah, you three are Balasar, Hamlin, and Kravik. Which?
Oh, I fill them in
Okay.
on
Oh,
Tronic, but I guess this is after what's his name started drinking. So if that affects his trip,
I'm gonna say drinks are on me tonight, boys. We're in my hometown.
all right.
It's worth mentioning, guys, just to say this real quick. It is just you three. Lenora hasn't returned yet either. Probably off shopping or something.
Women.
Yeah, women.
I don't want to paint you into a corner here, Nathan, but could I warg into my bat to see how things are going with
Sure.
Tronic? If that's
Yeah.
a scene you'd rather wait until
No.
Tronic comes back to show, then that's fine.
No, no, I'm completely okay with this. So you peek in on your bat and with your bat to see what's going on. And Tronic and Imza look to be in some kind
Making
of.
out.
They're in some kind of tavern, and they're in a corner. They got a couple of drinks ordered. They're talking, and Tronic's basically just being super, not doing well. He's sweating. He's trying to talk to her, and it's kind of embarrassing.
All right, so but no important information is being relayed about our mission or the Harpers or anything like that.
No, he's just trying to convince her that he thinks she looks better green because she's trying to go through with getting it fixed.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like y'all should do a Cyrano de Bergerac where you're whispering into the bat.
A Cyrano de Bergerac?
Yeah.
I don't know if my bat has that power, but I could use message through the bat, but that's not even over there. No, I'm just gonna come back to where I am presently and tell everybody that Tronic is killing it. He's crushing it over there, guys.
He always knew he had it in him.
I fill them in. I'm like, oh yes. By the way, and Kravik is on, right? So I give Kravik his Harper Gold, and
how much did I get?
130.
All right.
And I tell them that Leosin sent a key that he said would help us get into the warehouse, but I don't have it. Tronic has it.
Tronic
He
has
said,
it?
yes, Tronic took it with him, almost selfishly, making sure that we wouldn't go without him. Anyway, I said, but he'll be back in a day and a half's time, and we shall either meet him there or meet him here.
Could I get everybody?
Either way.
Sorry to interrupt. You guys just keep talking, but while you're talking, could everybody just roll a perception check for me while you're talking?
Ooh,
Yes. Am I tripping
fun.
on memories yet?
Oh, have you taken it?
I mean, I guess let's wait and see what.
Yeah,
this
let's do the perception check, and then you can decide. Yeah.
Intimidation, perception.
I'm not a perceptive individual, though.
Nor I.
Okay, you just continue talking. That's fine.
All right.
Well, god damn it. We'll just miss something cool.
I tell everyone, hey guys, I'm gonna trip on that. It's probably just water, but I'm gonna try that drug that the magic man sold us.
Cool.
I'm gonna
Cool.
down it.
Have fun.
If I start
My
tripping
advice.
out, you just give me some orange slices and a pitcher of water.
My advice, halfling, take a small piece of parchment and write on it, "You were fine before this. You'll be fine after this," and stick it in your pocket.
All right, so you're gonna
You'll be
try
fine
it?
with it.
Yes.
Okay. So are you trying the 30 gold one, the cheap one?
Yeah, the 50 gold one. The 50 gold.
Okay. All right. So you pop it open. It looks like an empty bottle from inspecting it, right? You pop the cork on the top, and how do you want to try to take it? You want to drink it, or do you want to sniff it, or how do you want to try to do it?
Yeah, I'm actually gonna inject it. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, I'm gonna try to drink it or something.
Okay, so you put the bottle up to your lips, and you just kind of inhale, and for a second, you feel something bizarre. As a matter of fact, it feels like you kind of get lighter.
Whoa.
While you make a face when this happens, right? And then Balasar and Krabic, all three of you actually realize you feel a little lighter. When you see his face do that, you kind of get the feeling like something's amiss.
Uh-oh.
And that's all that really happens.
We're lighter?
Yeah, it feels like something.
I'm gonna check my gold, please.
Okay.
My inventory. I want to see if I've lost. Yeah, there we go.
What?
We
Well-
lost a lot of money because of that, you dummy.
Well, I wouldn't feel that much lighter. I would barely feel it, quite frankly.
No!
Yeah, wait a minute. It's all good.
Now-
Oh my god!
Now, everybody's kind of noticed now that there's quite a bit of money missing from their coin pouches. Hamlin's missing 5,000 gold roughly. Balasar only had 28, but it's all gone. And there's roughly 900 gold missing from Krabix. Now, surely that's not what did it. It's a very crowded inn. There's people bumping, into the table and up against your chair, etc. At many points. Surely just drinking that couldn't have made that gold just vanish, right? So you're basically trying to figure out what has happened here.
Okay, I'm going to... Okay, so... Oh, jeez.
So if we're not doing perception, if we're actively, would it be an investigation if we're trying to look and see like who could have possibly done this?
Yeah, you could do that if you're trying to just look for something suspicious. I would say insight.
Is there
Even
anyone
though it's
trying
not
to
against,
book it for... Like anyone trying to book it for the door? Anyone trying to
Super crowded. It's hard to say. Krabic investigates the room. There's a lot of action happening here. Balasar and Hamlin, though, both of you lock in on. There's a table at the far north of the tavern, close to the main bar, where where the cooks are passing out food and getting ale and all that kind of thing. And there is 3 dwarfs, and they're gathered around the table, and they're huddled up against it in a way where you can't see what's on the table, as if they're conspiring, is what it looks like.
I look over, and do I notice that Hamlin has also noticed?
Yeah, you're both looking in the exact same direction. Kravik's the only one not in on it at this time.
All right. I fill in Kravik, and I say, I think these 3 dwarves deserve a visit.
I'm gonna cast invisibility on myself and head over there so I can see what they're doing.
All right. Cast invisibility on yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Are you guys are staying behind, Bowels and Hamlin?
No, I'm going to sneak up, and I'm thinking I have Mage Hand that can do all sorts of. I have a special Mage Hand that does thief abilities. It's like the whole Arcane Tricksters thing. So that's how I'm gonna probably approach this.
Okay.
But I'm gonna sneak around to make sure they haven't seen me coming.
Yeah, they're very occupied. Now, obviously, there's going to be people in the room that saw you, right? But as far as the dwarves, they're pretty occupied with all huddled up at this table, and they're like leaning up on the table, like completely blocking whatever's in the center of them and talking. So you sneak up to the side of them, and Kravik, you walk right up to them. You're invisible, you're close enough you can hear that they're just chattering and whispering.
But I can't see what they have on the table that they're blocking yet.
Well, you're invisible, so if you'd like to move right up on them, you can.
That's what I want to do.
All right, so Kravik, when you get
But hold on 1 second. My headphones just ran out of batteries, and I don't want to miss this.
Sure.
I'm gonna, since I saw Kravik go invisible.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I wouldn't think I was smart enough to just sit there and not do anything. But since I saw him go invisible, I'll just huddle up my hood a little bit and sort of keep watch.
Yeah, and you would have seen Hamlin, right? Like, yeah, he's staying in the shadows, he's sneaking, but you've seen him do that, so you can kind of keep a track on where Hamlin is. You see he's over close to that table of dwarves.
I get that this isn't my milieu. Okay, and also I'm wanted, so I think that's fair.
All right, we'll wait for Kravik to continue.
All right, I'm back.
Okay, all right, so when you get real close, you get close enough to where you can see kind of what's going on there, and there is a big pouch of gold. It's opened. It's a lot of gold, 6,000 gold roughly, and they're all chattering and whispering to each other and talking about where they're going to go and that they got to leave quick. They're going to skip town. They're going to head south. They're arguing over heading up north. Which way are they going to go? And that kind of thing.
Okay, so what I want to do is I'm going to message Balasar and Hamlin that shit's about to go down. Okay. I am going to cast Grease underneath them.
Okay.
And I'm going to grab the sack of golds, and I am going to run back towards where Balasar is.
Okay.
So casting's going to break your invisibility, by the way.
That's
right?
fine.
All right, so you're casting Grease.
In that case, I'm going to grab the sack before I cast Grease.
Can I just send back a whisper, and I'm going to say, if you want to distract them, I can try to pick up the gold, so it goes like in 2 different directions, or vice versa. I can distract and you can grab the gold and run and not lose your invisibility.
What do you have a spell that's really good for distractions?
I have
anything that you can do.
I have the Mage Hand that could probably swipe the bag, but I think I have. Let me just check my. Not really. I have like chromatic. I don't have many spells. I have like chromatic orb and shield.
I'll tell you what I can do though.
is instead of grease, I'm going to cast color spray, which will blind them.
Okay. And are you still going to try to grab the bag, or should I try to get my mage hand in there?
I'm worried that your mage hand isn't going to be able to pick up such a heavy bag of gold.
How much does 6,000 gold weigh?
I think more than 5 pounds, right? Can't mage hand just do 5 pounds?
Yeah, let's figure this out.
10 pounds. How much does a gold piece weigh? Okay.
So it's 0.02 pounds per piece. So I can do some real quick math here. Times 6,000.
120
yeah,
pounds.
that's 120 pounds.
Yeah. So
My God, how did these people get this?
Okay, so I just say, all right, well, I'm going to blind them. So just get ready, guys. All right, I'm going to put my hands on the gold so that they can't possibly get rid of it or lose it or anything. I'm going to cast color spray to blind them. I understand that will make me visible, but then I'm going to take the gold and head back to Balazar.
Okay, so you're going to cast blind on them.
Yeah.
Which will make you go uninvisible, but they're blind. And then you're going to grab the big, huge bag of gold and then just head back to the table, right?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So you cast that on them. They cry out. They didn't even know that you guys were there. They're grabbing it and tearing at their eyes. They kind of fall back from the table so you can easily reach over. You grab the 120-pound bag of gold, and you begin heading back over to the table. Now, immediately, as you're walking with this bag of gold, because it's it's not hidden. It's kind of open. There's so much gold that you're kind of having to carry it with both sides. You're getting a lot of stares and looks in the tavern. Everybody's kind of looking at all the gold that you're bringing over. Nobody's saying anything. They're kind of in shock as you walk by. A wench, actually, who is about to serve, she has a bunch of drinks in her hand, and when she sees it, she actually drops them, and they shatter on the ground, which causes even more attention, and everybody's looking at you. But you do make it back to Balazar, who's been keeping an eye on things.
Okay, great job, team. We did it.
The dwarves are screaming out that they've been robbed. The innkeep is talking to them, trying to calm them down, and they're screaming that they were just robbed, and surely somebody saw that. Yeah, that's where we're at right now.
Okay.
All right. Well, guys, let's get out of here.
We are.
I don't see this going good as long as we stay here.
I'm to go.
So, just for what it's worth, I did not get noticed as someone who was involved with them, right? Because I'm not at the table.
They didn't see you or him because he was invisible, and then they were blind, and they never noticed you.
Okay, so I'm actually then going to run up to the dwarves and be like, "What happened? What did they look like? How much gold was it?" And to just try to
While this is happening, I want to give Balazar the bag because he's going to be better at carrying it because he's stronger than me. And then I want us to get out of there.
Okay.
I'm going to act like a concerned citizen for the dwarves and just start asking them questions and stuff.
Yeah, and Hamlin, as you approach, there's the innkeeper's trying to calm them down. She's already motioning for people to go get some guards. You were saying, basically what happened here. The dwarves are still, they can't see. They're grasping at their eyes. We've been adventuring for months, and we gathered this massive fortune, and oh, how stupid we were to bring it in this tavern full of thieves. As Krabik and Balsar, you guys are headed out the door, right, with the money. Right?
That's what I want to do.
Yep.
Okay, so as you're coming up to the door, there is a guard who walks in. Excuse me, sirs. We're gonna. There's been some kind of incident here. We're gonna have to investigate, if you don't mind.
Of course. Don't you agree?
All right.
Now, if
so
only we bought that bag of devouring, we could just have the gold get eaten up.
it may not come back though. One guard stays at the door. Just he's kind of casually just trying to make sure nobody gets out. He doesn't seem very concerned about it. The other guard walks up to the innkeep. What now? What now, Gertha? And she begins to explain to him what's going on. The dwarves are screaming about how much money, and they can't believe this, and this establishment is garbage, and all this stuff. And the guard is trying to calm them down, and you're still standing there, Hamlin.
I sort of try to whisper, like, if you have something to use to say, wizard, now is the time.
All right, I'm gonna blind the guard by the door, and then we can leave.
right.
No
right.
nonsense approach. And
Well, first I'm gonna send a message to Hamlin, and I'm gonna say, cause a distraction away from us right now.
okay, I'm
Old
going.
bar magic Travic, truly the most lethal spells for in close combat.
All right.
I
So
love it.
I'm going to use my mage hand to perhaps if there's anything. I'm just going to have it start knocking bottles down behind the bar.
Oh, wait,
Okay.
you know what? Oh, are you doing that?
Yeah.
Okay, it's too late then. I just thought of something, but never mind.
I want to know what you're gonna do, though.
Yeah.
Okay, well, while he's doing that, only one guard is by the door, right?
yeah.
I say, oh, you know what? I did hear one thing, and I say, let me see. I say, grovel, and I cast command on him,
Okay.
On who?
on the guard.
Okay. So while they're doing that, I'm gonna hopefully pull attention away from my two friends trying to get out of the bar, and I'm just gonna have my mage hand visibly start knocking down bottles like top shelf liquors off, like behind the bar, and I'm just be like, "What is like?" While I'm doing this, I'm just gonna be like, "What is happening?" I think the intruder just ran behind the bar. He's knocking everything down.
Yeah, so you do that, and there's just stuff splashing and knocked off. Now the innkeep is super disturbed. She's running over, trying to figure out what's going on. It's just like stuff is falling off for no reason. And the guard, he's rubbing his head like he has a headache at this point. And he just kind of looks up at you from his hand covering half of his face, and he says, "Did you see anything, sir?"
Yes, I just saw it. I said that I saw a man. He had a black and white striped tunic on and a
He
little
had
mask.
a mechanical arm.
Yeah. He had a big sack with a money sign on it, and he was running past the bar. I think he made his way out into the kitchen or something.
All right, now the guard, once again, he seems super like this is such a bother. He turns and he walks over to the where the innkeep is, and he's, they're kind of both just kind of flabbergasted. Stuff is flying and being tossed everywhere. He turns back around and shouts to the guard at the door, "Just don't let anybody leave until we sort this out, please." Now,
Haven't we left already? Like, there's so much activity that's happening.
yeah. So now Balasar has casted command on.
Groveling though.
Yeah, I'll but we never actually. I think Nathan was filling us in on what's happening
Right
before I cast command.
Right.
So now I will. Cast
Now you
command.
did. Right. So
should I? I guess I can't really target anyone, but I'll just hit it as a,
sure.
Okay.
All
I
right.
guess just roll a wisdom.
No, he
DC
rolls the
12.
I roll.
wisdom.
Yeah. Give me a second.
Oh,
I can
yeah,
actually
right.
pull that out.
I have a 9 from my divination roll that I'm going to give to him.
Ooh.
Okay.
Yeah. So that just means he fails unless he has 3 wisdom. +3 wisdom, which he probably doesn't because that's a really wise card.
Let's see. All right, and you're giving him. So basically, he has to.
Grovel. He falls prone and then he ends his turn.
Okay, so yeah, his wisdom is less than that. So
Oh yeah.
yeah, so he grovels, he falls to the ground. The other guard doesn't seem to notice after he barked his order. He's back looking at things flying all over the back kitchen area. And there's liquor
and for what it's worth, I kind of tried to make the hand move into the kitchen, making noise back into the kitchen, so that something's moving back there in that direction.
Yeah, they're just kind of looking around that direction. There's liquor and spilled all over the floor. The entire tavern is silent, and everybody's just kind of looking over at the mess going on over towards the inn and back into the room where the kitchen is. That's it.
Okay.
All right. Well, me and Balasar, we got to find like another place to hunker down.
We're gonna book it out because we only have one round until the guard is ungroveling. It's only a 1-round spell, so we're gonna.
Are we close to another inn? Are we close to a place that's where we could go and discreetly rehire our gold?
Let's look at the map.
Yeah. Let's look. Yeah, let's see what would be nearby because you guys would probably want to go to somewhere close.
I can't find. Oh,
where's the Yawning Portal?
I know it's somewhere generally central.
I just found it. Yeah, it's actually really close to the jewel shop. It's in front of the castle there in the center. It's on Cook Street.
Oh, interesting.
It's one of the ones on the cross street of Cook and Rain Run there.
You said in the Castle Ward?
Castle Ward, bottom right corner.
Oh, okay. I'm in the way wrong area. Okay.
So, like, very close to the four corners of the dock and trade ward.
Yeah, there it is. Okay, so yeah, there's a lot of taverns here. There is the Empty Keg. That would be just a couple of taverns down. Would be the Empty Keg. It's a rowdy beer hall. And then if you guys,
there it is.
That would probably be the easiest one to slip into because it's right there.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and cast grease on the entrance of the place that we just were.
Okay.
That anybody who tries to follow us will slip and fall.
Okay. As you guys start, as you do that, you cast grease, and you guys are kind of hustling past to your right another place, Mother Selinka's House of Pleasures, and as you're passing that. You do hear some shouts happening inside the Yawning Portal because it got pretty silent right as you left. Hear some shouts, and you hear some people are running out, but they're slipping and falling as you guys slip into this other tavern, the Empty Keg. As you guys dip in, it's very low lighting in here. It's nowhere near as busy as the Yawning Portal. However, there is quite a bit of people in here. Nobody seems to pay any notice as you slip in.
Okay. Does this place have rooms, or is it just a bar?
Well, there's a human tending up at the front there, serving a couple of drinks. Doesn't look like it's a big enough tavern to have like winches or anybody serving. It's just him. But he's certainly the one that appears to be running the place.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna blind him. Just kidding.
Oh my god!
Blind everybody.
Just kidding. So yeah, I just gotta go up to him and be like, although I would like to cast Minor Illusion on myself and make myself look like very different. I'm gonna give myself like shock white hair and a big flowing white beard.
Okay.
All right. And so I'm gonna go up to him. I'm gonna say, "Excuse me, you wouldn't happen to have a room available?"
Sure, yeah. I mean, I don't really do rooms. However, every once in a while somebody gets a little too drunk and can't find their way home, and I've got a very small room in the back, could fit 2 or 3 people. I normally don't charge for it. It's nothing special. It's got a bedroll or 2 back there.
I'll give you 50 gold for it for your troubles.
Absolutely, sir. And he seems to think this is quite a bit of money, and he's super excited to get it. He grabs it. With this kind of money, sir, I mean, are you in any trouble? Do you, should I say I've never seen you, or?
That would be appreciated.
Absolutely. We know how to keep our mouths shut around here, sir. And so he points back to the kitchen. I apologize. It's not much, but if you go back through the kitchen and make a left, there's a small room there. It's got a lock on the door. I won't tell anybody you were ever here.
All right. Much obliged, good sir.
All right. And we're close enough that he could send me a message to where they are, maybe. Message can go through, like, a foot of concrete or something.
Yeah. You guys are good. You're all in this small bar together.
Oh, I didn't come.
Oh, you didn't? Oh, you stayed. You're still on the other.
No. I'm still in there. I was hoping to, like, talk to the dwarves. I mean, maybe there's always a chance they'll just recognize me. But I was going to try to be like, well, we'll see what I do.
Okay. All right. So give me a second here. I think you still could talk. I mean, you guys are pretty close. There's one building between you. So I'll say that, yes, you can communicate.
All right. I will let him know where we are. But I don't tell him that there's grease in the front door.
So let me go back to you then. I'm sorry, Hamlin. I thought you went with them. When they slipped out, the guard turned around and noticed the other guard just being what he considers an idiot on the floor, and he starts yelling, "You idiot! Some people just walked out, you moron!" And when that happens, because it kind of broke the silence, a few other people just start darting for the door. Not the dwarves. The dwarves are still sitting there complaining about their money got stolen, etc. But a couple of patrons begin running, and they hit the grease. They slip and slide and fall on the ground. And the guard has gotten up now, and he's kind of rubbing his head. They cast a spell on me, I'm telling you. And that's where we're at.
Okay, I'm saying, like, oh, they're going out the front door and the back door? This is crazy! I swear! So many doors in this place. We better split up.
All right, so the guard that just got up, he's looking over at you, kind of groggy-eyed, and then he shouts out, "Everybody, just calm down, everybody, to stay seated. We should be able to make this quick. We're just gonna basically go through everybody's purses or coin purse. This is an outrageous amount of money. It shouldn't be hard to find if somebody here is packing that much money with them."
Great.
And so they start going through some tables, looking through coin purses, just basically looking for an outrageous amount of gold.
Have the dwarves regained their sight yet?
Yes, they're beginning to. They're rubbing their eyes now. They can see. They're squinting, but they can see.
Like I'm like I like sit at their table, like, but I'm like in no way. I'm like, oh my gosh, that was crazy. I watched the whole thing, and I just can't stand crime in this area. I'm kind of trying to gauge and see if they recognize me.
Yeah. So one of the dwarves, he looks at you, and he's already squinting because his vision is just coming back. But you notice he squints a little harder when he sees you, and he leans in real close to you, and he says, "What are you going at?"
What do you mean? I'm simply a concerned citizen, and I saw you. I just can't stand cut purses.
What do you want from us? You already got your gold back. What do you want?
What? I'm gonna keep playing the fool. I'm gonna say, I just I simply wanted to know, who are you? What are you doing here? And what would make you think that was a good idea? Bringing so much gold into this town. I say that I say a little louder so that the guard can hear.
Yeah, and the guard does perk his ear at that, and he walks over. What's going on here, gentlemen? And one of the dwarves turns to him and says, this is the guy that stole our gold. Search him. The guard looks at you.
I oblige.
All
Of
right.
course, sir. I've been here the whole time. I just ran over when I saw the commotion.
So the guard, he's still kind of, not very into this whole thing and still pretty aggravated by it. He searches you. He doesn't come up with anything special. I mean, when he searches your coin pouch, he does find that you have some gold, quite a bit, 755. Nothing like what they're describing, though. Gentlemen, you just told us you were blinded by some magic. How do you know it was this guy? If you were blinded, how would you know? He doesn't have anything on him. It couldn't have been him.
That is true. You can't argue with the law.
The dwarfs, they're mad. Forget it. Forget the whole thing. Our money's gone. WaterDeep. We never should have come to this town.
Okay. Well, I was hoping they didn't recognize me, and I was going to tell them I was a private investigator and to help them get their coin back and totally embarrass them. But if they're not interested and they know who I am, then I'm going to be like, "Sir, you've searched my coins. It's probably going to make things much easier to start getting the people that you've crossed out." Out of here to make room for your investigation. Do you? I'm staying at this. I give him one of the inns that I know of. So if you have any questions at all about the investigation, come find me. I'd be happy to cooperate. But do you mind if I go now?
Yes, you're free to go, sir. Appreciate your time, and I'm sorry for the misunderstanding.
Okay.
The dwarfs are scoffing as you leave.
I whistle and I wink at one of the dwarves and tap my nose 2 times on the side. And then I whistle with my hands in my pocket over to the other inn that they're in.
All right. So you go across basically one door down into that tavern, a dark tavern with a few people in it, and about the time this happens, they are Krabik and Balasar Krabik has just negotiated a room with the guy behind the bar.
Oh, cool! So I can catch up with them.
Yep. So you're all together now.
Nice.
And Balasar has all the money.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Balasar. Now, I didn't tell you guys that I made $5,000 on a sale, but I was planning on telling it.
Did you say 5,000?
I'm saying most of that money is mine, but
Well, listen, we only found 4,000 in the bag.
Balasar, is this true?
I would like to call Balasar and Nathan's attention to the draconic script that happens to be in the chat window.
Oh, all right. Sorry. Cleaning dishes.
Like, what are you guys babbling about?
All right.
All right, that's fair.
All right.
Okay,
So
in that case, I say to Hamlin, that's fair. I will just retrieve the 1,000 that I had, and the rest is yours.
Oh, okay. Well, please let the whatever you paid the man come out of mine, because I've been having a good day.
now there's quite a bit of gold here. Are you guys moving this, counting all this gold into? Because it's so pretty. Doesn't really feel like a.
Oh yeah, we've locked the door.
Sure. Okay, you guys are in the room. Okay, perfect. So you guys counted out, and there is exactly 5,928 gold.
Whew.
5,928.
Just in case you guys were worried, we just shook down some innocent people. I actually confirmed it with them that they recognized me, and I confirmed that they were thieves. So
That's fine. Even if we robbed some random people, that was extremely fun. So I got no problem with this. I got to use a whole bunch of spells. It was great.
I say, well, Hamlin, where did you get all this gold? Did you steal it?
I forgot. I mean, you guys must have known in a previous life. I am an artisan, jewel guild's tradesman. So, when I'm in Waterdeep, I just make money, baby.
Are you guys just so I can fix the gold pouches? Are you guys just splitting it back exactly what you lost, or who's getting what? Because
I am taking exactly 1,000 gold.
Okay, so Kravik's getting 1,000.
I'm taking exactly what I lost, which was 28.
And you already added it to yours, right, Kravik?
Yeah, I already did.
Okay. And Balasar, I got you. What'd you say, Balasar?
28.
Right. Okay. And Hamlin, that would leave you with
490.
Yeah, 4,900.
4,900, right?
Let's see.
I probably don't even notice because it's hundreds of pounds of gold. So
yeah, I'm assuming you guys are counting this out as the night turns on. So that puts you to 5,655 gold. I'll fix that.
I asked Hamlin again where he got this gold.
Yeah, so
I
sold my prayer. I sold my prayer beads.
I take a second, I look at him and I say, "You sold those prayer beads?"
It was a very large markup, and I am a jewel salesman after all.
All right. I say, "Oh, well, that's a shame. I got a real powerful reading off of them." And if my sense was pinging, I can only imagine what Leonora's sense was doing.
Where is Lenora, by the way?
Anyway, oh yes,
yeah,
where
she's
is
not
Lenora?
back. You guys don't know.
Well, glad she didn't see that.
So as you guys are doing this, you can hear outside the door, which would be the kitchen, because you went through the kitchen to get to this room. You do hear, especially Hamlin, you recognize it's one of the dwarfs' voices, and it's the innkeep talking to them. They're asking if they've seen, and they're describing Hamlin, basically. And the innkeep he's telling them, no, I've not seen anyone, besides the people that are in the tavern currently. Some people came and went, but no, I've not seen anybody that meets that description. And the dwarves, you hear them, you hear their footsteps as they walk back out of the kitchen area.
Wow, good barkeep.
There are a few bedrolls in here, nothing fancy. It really is just like a storage room. But there are a few bedrolls here if you guys want to get some rest.
Get our spells back.
Yeah, I really, ran my spell slots ragged on that one, so I could really use a long rest here.
I can take a short rest and sort of keep guard.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so Bowser, let's see. All right, hang on.
Sounds like a good thing.
So, late into the night, Hamlin and Kravik fall asleep, and Balsar, you take a quick nap. You do wake up. It's still nighttime. There's a very small window in the storage room, and you do notice. You wake up and you decide you're gonna stay awake and kind of stand guard and make sure nothing happens.
As I do that, I start to write a little dragon poem. Like
Okay.
From the beginning.
Okay. All right. As you're doing that, you do notice there's some fog. Some heavy-looking I say fog, but on the tiny window, it just looks like thick smoke is just like smacking the window on the outside, which piques your interest a bit.
All right. Would I have any sense of what it is, of what about this like piques my interest, that there is a
It feels,
smoke?
yeah, it feels magical in nature. It doesn't feel like natural, like this is just a foggy night. It feels like there's something magical happening.
Can I roll like insight or
Sure.
arcana?
Arcana. Yeah, roll Arcana.
Nope, I got no idea.
Yeah, you're not sure. You can definitely tell there's something magical happening. You continue writing your poem anyway. But then you can't help but notice that through the bottom of the door, because there's still light in the kitchen, you can still hear there's some. It's died down a lot, but there's still some activity out in the bar room, and there is still a little bit of cooking going on. So there is some candlelight out there.
Oh, hang on one sec.
Sure.
Sorry, my headphones died, and I'm trying to look for the speaker.
Okay.
I don't know. Like maybe there's a new. Oh, here we go. Okay, sorry. So,
You got it? Okay. So you do notice that through the light, there's like a crack in the door at the bottom. It's locked, but you can see light coming through, and that's the only light that you have in the room. You've been kind of using that. A little bit of light to write your poem. But then you start noticing some smoke and fog is actually creeping through under the door.
Oh, okay. All right. I wake up, or I yell to the others. I say, "At the ready."
How many hours of sleep did we get?
I'm just counting as a full rest because I already did.
All right.
So.
Because I know that you're saying, I know this is magical fog. I know this is unnatural, and it's coming in. Oh, you know what? I'll detect. I'll divine sense and see if I can detect evil.
Okay. That's like 400 feet or something like that, right?
60 feet. Anything within any celestial fiend or undead within 60 feet. That is not with behind total cover.
Yeah, you don't sense anything.
Okay. All right.
Could I cast Identify on the mist?
That's a good question. Hang on. Let's see. One object that you must touch through casting a spell.
I think it has to be a tangible object.
Yeah, it does. Yeah. Unfortunately, I don't think it would work.
Well, in that case, I have a 19 divination roll. I would like to use that for an Arcana check, which I have a +6 on.
Sure.
Oh my god, I'm so glad we don't play with spell components. Do you know how much?
Sounds complicated.
Yeah, I'm
Do you
not a fan of that.
Do you know how much it costs to cast Identify?
How much?
You must spend a pearl worth at least 100 gold and an owl feather.
Ugh.
So you have to go out and hunt owls, or I guess go to one of these shops where like the potion shops, where they sell.
Yeah, I kind of like that. Most people like D&D was like, you need a bit of dirt from a vampire's grave, and you're like, you know what? No, I don't.
Yeah, we're not doing that.
Sorry, I work.
All right, so
thanks. We're taking it from here.
So tell me again, you're using one of your pre-rolls, which was how much?
19 +6.
Plus you have 6. Okay, cool. Well, that would definitely do the trick. You recognize that, I mean, although it doesn't make 100% sense to you, right? You do recognize that this is some sort of confusion spell. And that's pretty much what you know. And just because just in case, basically confusion just twists people's minds, so they might see delusions, or you might start seeing things that aren't real.
Does anyone have like a racial trait against confusion?
Well, I will say this. Well, no, I won't. Never mind.
Okay.
That kind of ruins everything, so I'm not going to say that. But you would recognize that that's what's happening here, basically.
Okay.
And you guys are still in this room, and all you know is it's seeping under the door. You can see it out the window.
All right. Well,
Is there another way that we can get out?
I'm shoving rags under the one of the bedrolls. I push up to the door so it stops coming in.
Okay. So that works fairly well. It definitely slows it down. The room has a little bit of a mist.
What?
Yeah, 2 natural 20s.
What are you doing? Wait, are those your?
They're just
Are
random
those your
rolls.
rolls?
Those are my next 2 divination rolls.
Divination.
Dang!
I just rested.
Uh,
Oh my god!
That's a game breaker
All right.
right there. So it's a little misty in here. Not bad. Not as bad as obviously what you see out the window, but Krabik and Balasar, both of you, your vision starts to look kind of weird. Everything starts kind of waving. But Hamlin, you seem completely normal. Nothing doesn't seem to be bothering you at all.
Oh boy, it's probably my potion that I drank. I am going to.
So you said that the mist is worse outside than it is in the room.
Yeah, and you're noticing that the bar has grown dead silent.
Mm-hmm. No, man, some shit's going on. This is a confusion spell. I'm feeling confused already, guys.
There's skeletons out there. So do they have disadvantage on like intelligence or anything like that? What's the actual effect of this? How they're feeling?
No, they just their vision's a little wonky. You stopped
okay.
most of the fog from coming in, so they just have a slight effect. They're just vision's a little off. If they tried to do combat, yeah, they might be at a disadvantage because they wouldn't,
All right, so
Can't see
so
so
the smoke is coming from outside in through under the door.
Yeah.
And
Yes. And I put a
we
bedroll
know-
under there.
we know it's confusion. There's a bedroll. Is there another way? So I think like Hazley, can I be like, we must get out of here? Is there another way?
But if we go out, there's more of the mist out there.
Is there only one way out?
There's a window and there's a door.
Okay.
And the window has fog too.
Yeah, and Balasar, probably you couldn't fit through the window. It's really small. Krabik and Hamlin certainly could.
Could I toss them beyond? Could I toss Hamlin beyond the smoke?
Would you like
Is
to look
it
out the
like
window and see if you can tell how far it goes?
Yeah, but I mean, I guess. Yeah, I'll try, even if I'm, woozy or whatever.
Roll me a perception check.
Sure.
Okay, so you look out the window. It's hard to tell because it's it's just kind of fogged up, and you can tell it's real thick. It looks like a thick, heavy smoke. It's hard to tell how far out it goes, but you can definitely tell it at least goes out 20 feet, maybe more. It's hard to tell.
So this could be the whole town for all we know. Like maybe this is actually just something that's happening everywhere. We assume that it's probably somebody who knows us and is doing something rotten, but it's not necessarily a good assumption to.
Yeah, we should probably just
operate
stay where we are.
Yeah, I mean, we're gonna try to do like as much as we can, like wrap
keep it out.
cloths around
Yeah.
our face.
Okay.
Try to stay low to the ground. Is it a heavy fog or
Yeah, outside it is. I mean, it's thick,
Okay, so-
right?
But is it sinking or is it floating?
It's kind of like going up to about 8 foot, and then it just kind of hovers there like a cloud. There is like wisps coming off of it, but it pretty much doesn't keep going up. It's not like going
Gotcha.
up into the atmosphere or anything.
Well, what I mean is like, when you're in a fire, you're supposed to stay low, but like,
Yeah, this seems to be sticking low.
okay, cool. So like, I'm like, get high up, guys. Let's climb up if like a shelf or something, and we'll
Climb up Balasar.
yeah. Balasard, let us sit on your shoulders, one each.
That would probably work.
Okay.
And cloth around the face, just anything to block what we're
Oh yeah.
breathing in.
All right. I'll take my hood and I'll put it over my face as I see them doing that, as I try to do it.
Okay, so you guys do that. You climb up on them. You're doing everything you can not to breathe this in. But
Oh,
go ahead.
I just remembered something, guys. I have something I bought today that helps me breathe. So if we need to pass it around between us and take breaths, then let's do that.
So that we can all avoid confusion.
Yeah, so let's say if we needed to move through the fog, I've got a gemstone that is going to help us breathe, and we can each take turns taking breaths in possession of the gemstone.
Yeah. Where should we go to, though?
If we need to go through the fog. I'm still kind of in the...
In the let's hide out in here camp?
Right.
All
So
right, well, that's a good plan.
Am I feeling weird at all?
No.
It's probably my gemstone, guys.
All right, so you guys just want to try to just wait it out, right?
I think so.
And
Yeah.
I'll tell you if anything major changes or what have you.
I mean, we can experiment a little bit. Like, can I give Krabik the gemstone and see if he feels immediately better?
Sure.
Or okay, I'm gonna kind of hold my breath and Krabik, hold on to this for a sec, and then see if you feel better.
All right, so Krabik, you take it, the necklace, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so immediately after the necklace leaves you, Hamlin, you begin to just a little bit, just your vision just gets a little wavery. Krabik, you get it, and yours starts to kind of get better, right? So your vision starts to return, and yeah, it seems to work.
Okay, I'm holding my breath and I'm gesturing. Give it back! Give it back!
All right, I give it back.
All right, so you guys are just gonna take turns. And Balsar, your vision hasn't really changed. You still just kind of feel a little. Vision isn't right. You feel just a little bit woozy, but nothing too crazy.
Now, are they still on my shoulders?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. All right.
All right.
Great. Okay. As long as my vision is okay, then great. So we're just gonna try sit this out or point this out.
Yeah, we're
I
gonna
think
wait
so.
it out, and I'm gonna
Because
stay
it's
in
worse out
guard.
there.
I'm gonna stay in guard just in case some booger bear tries to come in.
All right.
Okay.
So the night passes on. You guys take turns. When Krabik says he's starting to feel a little woozy, you let him wear the necklace for a while, and you make it through. And eventually, it begins to subside. You see it dropping down as if it's just being absorbed back into the ground. And then the sun begins to peek out. You're a little tired, but you got some sleep. And the fog is gone, but it's still eerily quiet outside of your room.
Oh my god. What has happened? Okay, guys, stay in here. I'm really good at sneaking. Let me just poke my head out and see if, what's going on out there.
Can I warg into my bat and see what's going on with Tronic and the Green Emsa?
Sure. It's very early morning, and when you peek in on Tronic and Emza, they are in the same bed. Nothing dirty, but they are in the same bed in a house of some sort, and they're just sleeping.
They're both wearing clothes, and Emsa's actually wearing extra clothes more than she was wearing before.
Yeah, they're nothing dirty. Nothing dirty.
Emza has constructed a small wall of pillows between them.
The pillow wall. And they're just sleeping soundly, it looks like.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
By the way, I rolled a 26 on stealth.
Okay, and you were leaving the room and just gonna...
I'm gonna sneak into the bar, into the kitchen, just eyes open, eyes peeled, looking for anything out of the ordinary.
All right.
Maybe a person that's passed out there or anything.
So as soon as you leave the room and you make a right to go towards the tavern, because as soon as you walk out, you're in the kitchen area. As you make a right, standing in between the archway door that kind of separates the kitchen from the tavern area is the innkeep, and he's lying on the ground, completely asleep, fast asleep. As you step over him and you walk out into the tavern, it appears that most of the people are just like in random positions around the bar asleep. You do see one man who is rubbing his eyes and looks very groggy and shaking his head like he's trying to shake it off.
What does the man look like that's actually awake?
He's got dark hair, long hair. He's got a goatee, kind of points at the bottom, and he's got a monocle.
Okay.
I would like to cast a message to Hamlin.
Okay.
Go for
I'm gonna
it.
say, I don't know what happened here, but I think that our priority has got to be regrouping and getting to that warehouse.
Yeah, sounds like it. It's also coming up on 10 o'clock, so
Yeah.
this could be an interesting thing. But and we don't know. Lenora's. We can't check in on Lenora, but she's presumably somewhere in this town.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I mean, I am gonna just like go up and I'm going to offer the man the. He's like, hey, hang on to this necklace for just a second and breathe deeply.
Okay. All right. So you do that, and he accepts. He's super groggy, like he doesn't know where he's at. And then he, after a few seconds, he begins to. You can kind of see the light come back in his eyes, like he begins to remember some things. And he looks at you. Which, by the way, there's no fog out here anymore. So you don't feel, even after you take off the necklace, you feel completely fine.
Okay.
And he looks at you and he says, "What in the hell's happened? Last I remember, there was like a fog outside, and I don't remember anything."
Yeah, the same thing happened to me. I was macking on this real hot lady. Just totally fell asleep. I never do that. So I basically pretend that I was also affected by the fog the same way, and I'm like, "What? Did you see anything? Was anything going on when it happened, or did it come? What direction did the fog come in from?"
We drank really heavy. I remember we were talking about how thick the fog was, and it kind of rolled in through the door. Yeah, that's really it. I woke up here, pretty much. I don't know what happened.
Was it everywhere in town, or just around this bar, or what's going on?
I'm not sure. I have no idea.
Oh, well, give me my necklace back. You're useless.
He hands you back your necklace, and he starts trying to wake up his friends around him.
What did we know about what Lenora was doing? Was she supposed to meet us at the bar that we got robbed at?
Yeah, so
Yes.
She was supposed to meet you guys at the Yawning Portal.
Okay. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to cast Alter Self on myself, and I'm going to turn myself into a very tall and handsome man.
Okay.
And I'm going to go over to the inn, and I'm going to look for Lenora there.
Okay, are you going with them, Ballasar, or no?
You
guys should probably stay behind. I'm doing Alter Self specifically so that nobody's like, hey, those are the guys that took the gold or whatever.
Oh, right. Okay. So you go back to the Yawning Portal, is that right, Kravik?
Yeah.
Okay, you go inside. The same dwarf lady from before that was running the keep is there. Now, a couple things. On your trip there, you see a couple people passed out around the street. You see a couple people groggy, wiping their eyes. And when you walk into the Yawning Portal, you see the lady from before that was running it, except for she looks really groggy too, and she's talking to a guard. And as soon as you walk in, you hear the guard say, all the bank vaults in the city have been looted clean.
God, where was I?
And she's just kind of, I don't know, there was a fog. There was a major robbery here as well. I don't know if maybe those same people have something to do with it. But it was supposedly thousands of gold was stolen here last night. That can't be a coincidence. And that's kind of what they're talking about.
All right, now do I see Lenora anywhere? She's not asleep on the ground or anything?
No, you don't see Lenora.
All right, I basically asked the innkeeper and the guards if they have seen someone matching Lenora's description. If anybody spent the night in a room, if they rented a room.
The guard perks up at this. We arrested a woman that meets that description. She's wanted for murder of, I don't remember, some twins or something.
This woman, she murdered my father, and it is important to me that I get revenge. I, of course, will abide by the law. It is not my duty to mete out justice. It is yours. But I would be obliged if you let me know where this woman is being held so that I can tell her that I forgive her. And
You've got to roll for deception.
That I will allow... that I will allow for justice to occur.
Sure. Roll me a deception first. Let's see.
Well, guess what? It's a 20. How about that?
Oh, nice. True. All right. Hang on a second.
It's actually a 22.
What a great spell, because even the bad ones are fun to work with. I never thought of divination as a viable spell.
I love divination.
Yeah, we've got her locked up. WaterDeep is a as you know, it's a true system of government here that everyone deserves their chance. So realistically, we're just holding her until she can have her time before the court. But they got her in an anti-magic field in a prison system. Basically, where we keep all the dangerous criminals.
Which prison specifically? I would very much like to tell her that I forgive her.
WaterDeep's so big. You're gonna have to give me a second. Let me see where that's
at. Wow. Does Matt know that he got thrown in jail yet?
No. He does not. So he describes to you it's an island prison right off of the coast of WaterDeep of the city.
Okay, so
I go like that.
I go back to the other bar and I tell Balasar and Hamlin that we have to break Leonora out of jail, and then I use my bat to wake up Tronik and let him know the same thing.
Okay. All right.
Again.
I'm gonna literally DM that to Tronik so he knows.
So, is it by any chance one of the islands on the map, like Deepwater Isle or Stormhaven Isle?
I'm gonna have to do research before the next session.
Okay.
I don't know. I just know that there's an island off of it that apparently where they keep their prisoners.
Oh, okay. I wasn't sure if you were pulling that off of the map, you know.
No.
Okay.
That's where it's supposed to be. So, it's not very big. I can tell you that it's a small island because this is like reserved for the most to get away from the general public of WaterDeep. Like if they think they're dangerous enough to not want them to be near society because they have regular prisons and
this is Rikers.
Small crimes. Yeah. This is the big deal prison. Yeah, but it's not very big because they don't get a lot of that.
It's that other one in San Francisco Bay.
Alcatraz.
All right, that one.
Alcatraz.
All right, guys, I think this is a pretty good place to stop it. It's time anyway. And we're getting to a point where I'm going to have to research before we continue anyway. So there we go. Lenora's been arrested for supposedly the same crime that they blamed Balasar for back in Daggerford. So
Masterful way to occupy our time, Nathan. While we're waiting for the rest of our party to rejoin us.
I love it.
Yeah, I love throwing people in prison while they're not playing the game. Just as a little aside, one time I think Bander was late, so I made Bander sleepwalk into a green witch's hut or something.
Oh, is that why you did that?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
God, getting robbed and then immediately getting to rob back
now, I do want to
from
say
those guys, that was fun as shit.
Yeah, I do want to ask your all's opinion on what you think happened there. Because what do you guys think happened in that tavern? I gotta know
which activity.
Like when,
opening the jar and then
you open the jar, you felt light or whatever, and then you guys start realizing your money's gone, and then the dwarves are over there. Like, what do you guys think happened there?
I think that whatever he drank is some sort of like I don't know. I guess it like blinds us to the gnomes themselves, like gives them some sort of agency over a certain area or certain people.
I don't know if the
memory
dwarves,
thing.
The dwarves had anything to do with it. I think maybe we failed the perception check there, so someone was trying to pick our pockets, but we were busy, having a placebo effect on some shit. Some guy sold us at the docks, and somebody picked our pocket. I think that's probably the most likely.
Okay, all right. I just wondered how you guys interpreted that whole scenario.
That's what Hamlin thinks.
Okay.
So
I got swindled, and then I got pickpocketed while I was getting swindled.
And what do you think happened, Balsar?
I think that what happens is when they open the little jar, that's when so in that club Silencio, so when they find that and they open the jar, it's like that was the old world that crazy person like put in the jar for them, and then that's what never mind, this is a Mulholland Drive reference.
Yeah, that's what Balasar believes.
Yeah, but I truly don't know. I thought we just got drugged or something, but I don't actually know what happened. I'm very curious.
All right. Well, thanks everybody for joining us today, and we'll be back next Monday, 7 p.m. Eastern Time, 6 p.m. Central. And thanks everybody for joining us. Appreciate you guys, and we'll see you then.
Bye.
Thanks very much.